right, so we live. The hell? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What up? What up, guys? Wrestling Premiere is here in person, obviously. The reason why I made this live stream, I'm doing good, by the way. I'm doing good. How are you guys? The reason why I'm doing this live stream is because I couldn't get that O2 video done. Couldn't get it done on time, obviously. So yeah, that's why I'm doing a live stream today. I just wanted to talk to you guys a little, talk about whatever you guys want. We'll talk. So yeah. What's up? What's up? Yeah, Wrestling Premiere is here. Yeah, he's here. Malik Murray, Wrestling Premiere. Let me ask you a question. Who's today's SmackDown 6 right now? Well, that's it. I can't get it off the top of my head. I'd say Roman. Roman, obviously. I think KO is one of the guys. Maybe Edge. Ray. That's 4. What are the last 2? I wouldn't say Apollo Crews is one of them, at least yet. So we got 4. Edge, Ray. Yeah, Seth and Cesaro. Sorry about that, man. Like when you guys ask me these questions off the top of my head, I just can't give you a clear answer then and there. Steven Bruce, who do you want to win Money in the Bank? Honestly, I'm content with just about everyone except Drew McIntyre. I'm not feeling him, you know. Like he's been winning, he's been scoring W's a little too much recently. In the main event scene, I'm talking about, like talking about the main event scene and how he's always there. I think he should just like they should cool him down. They should like keep him away. But Big E, KO, John Morrison. I'm good with all of those guys. Yeah, like I'm interested in nearly all of them. It'd be cool. I heard a rumor Chris Benoit's gonna fight Roman at SummerSlam. I hope the rumors don't let me down. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Do you think Cena's coming back for SummerSlam? Yeah, man. John Cena's coming back for certain, man. I'd bet money on that. I think WWE should attempt to go 90 style in order to revive PG-13 rating. I don't know if they could do that nowadays. Like they got, like society is very, very, very different now, and a lot of the stuff they were doing in the Attitude Era was either offensive. Some of the stuff was even racist, and they can't be doing that stuff now. But if they were to do like the violence and stuff like that, it'd be cool. But I never felt as if the PG rating was the problem. I felt like it's what's it called? It's the booking, like the roll-ups, the 50-50, whatever, all that stuff. How you feel about last night? I enjoyed that show, man. I really loved that show. It was fun. I loved seeing Finn Balor return. Roman, you know, he's a much better heel with the crowd. He's a much better heel with the crowd over there. And man, it was a very fun show. If you've never watched it, I think you're missing out. Are you okay with Goldberg versus Lashley at SummerSlam? Oh my gosh. I don't get why they gotta have Goldberg in the SummerSlam main event. Like, seriously, I'm gonna watch it. Obviously, I hope it's good. I don't expect it to be good. It's gonna be one of those 2 or 3 whatever the hell they call it, sprint marathon match or whatever. And I expect Lashley to win, but if he doesn't, I don't know what the hell they're gonna do with Goldberg. Yeah, it was fun. When you gonna talk about Finley? Well, we're gonna get to him eventually. You know, I got a bunch of ideas, and like I just wake up one day, I'm thinking about myself, what the hell should I do next? Like I got a bunch of them. I got this big ass list. I just think, oh, I'm gonna make that. Whatever I'm feeling, I make that video. Who's a better heel, Roman in 2021 or Tommaso Ciampa in 2018? Uh, we never got to see Ciampa on the main roster, but like in terms of crowd reaction, he was hated. He was really hated, and the crowd really loved supporting Johnny Gargano. So that was cool in itself. I can't really compare them because Roman, there was no crowd, all that. Do Elijah Burke. Elijah Burke, yeah, I'll eventually do him. I wanna do something on his the Pope character in TNA too. We gotta do some TNA content as well. I'm playing 2K14 right now. Cool, man. That game's fun. One of my favorites. I had fun playing it in 2013. All that. Are you watching Impact Wrestling tonight? Don't they got a show? Don't they got a show today? I think Omega's wrestling, right? Hold up. Let me check. Oh yeah, it's Slammiversary. Yeah, I don't follow Impact that much. I just keep one eye on them. I'm not really that focused. Oh yeah, it's wrestling Sami Callihan. Yeah, I thought Moose was gonna win the title last month, but it turns out he didn't. I think that's a shame. Like Moose, he should have been the one. He should be the one to dethrone Omega, but we'll see. I highly doubt Callihan. I don't really watch Impact that much, but I know about him. He's violent, all that. But I think he's not gonna be Omega. I think he's gonna lose, and they're gonna have Omega, the belt collector, hold the title until Bound for Glory. I think in October. Yeah. Great to see you, buddy. You all set for Money in the Bank? Yeah, I'm ready for Money in the Bank. I'm excited for that show. I haven't been excited for a show. WWE shows, it's very rare to be excited for them nowadays because there's no crowd. But I haven't been excited for a show since WrestleMania. WWE, obviously. Would you ever do a SDR GM series mode? Curious to see how you would book Ruthless Russian era wrestlers. I can't really guarantee you anything, in terms of GM mode. Because I feel like if I did a video or two, I'd probably end it or focus on something else. So I can't guarantee you that. Same here. I don't really care for Impact. Like I said, I'm just not that interested in them that much. Like I said, I keep one eye on them. I read up about them on the internet and all that, but I'm just not. I just don't watch their shows. Would you ever think about streaming wrestling games on 2K20? Yeah, I'm gonna get a PS2. We'll get Smackdown, Shut Your Mouth, all those games. 10 years ago today, Money in the Bank 2011. Yeah, man, 10 years to the day. I just can't believe time flies by that quickly. I just remember CM Punk is out there complaining about the system and whatever, and I don't understand how that was 10 years ago. It's crazy. Are you gonna make a video on a current Impact pay-per-view? I can't really say I would. I want to make something on the classic TNA pay-per-views. I wanted to do Slammiversary 2012 last month, but I never got to it. Yeah. TNA pay-per-views, just expect the classic ones. I wouldn't guarantee a current one. Can you do some more WCW 6 problems with video? Yeah, I don't think that's the right... I'm not the right channel. Not the right channel. Last Money in the Bank was underrated in my opinion. It was a fun match for the men's and the women's. Yeah, that match was... Those matches were pretty damn unique. Like, they wrestled at the same time. But when you said Last Money in the Bank, the first thing I thought about was the 2019 match where Finn Balor died and Andrade. That was ridiculous, man. That's one of my favorite Money in the Bank matches. Do you think there will be debuts on Raw Monday? I think there'll be something because Raw... They're kind of weak at the top. Like I don't understand why Finn Balor didn't return there. They really need him. What's your favorite thing outside wrestling? I like watching football. Soccer. I'm a casual with basketball. I'm not really deep into it. What's it called? Like I said, I like watching soccer a lot. I like focusing on it. What else do I like? Yeah, I like that. I like hip hop, random stuff. I just find disappointed at all. Yeah, bro, I've seen you before. Would you ever consider covering DDP and Ravens feud? Bro, I'm open to everything. Like I said. Hey, Wrestling Premier, do you play NBA 2K? Bro, I suck at 2K. I suck. I'm absolutely horrendous. How's the NBA Finals? Freaking Giannis, man. Giannis is the baby face of the hour in my eyes. Like, that guy, I was rooting for Chris Paul, to get his first ring. And he just came out and, like, that block. Whoa, it was insane. Wrestling Premier, do you think that Raw needs to be 2 hours again? And do you think that WWE should bring back the Ruthless Aggression era? I think Ruthless Aggression era was good for the time, Like, it was good for the time, but they got to change, Like, I wish they would go back to the early 2000s or whatever. Like, if there was a time machine, I'd go straight back to the early, mid-2000s. But I don't think it would be right to do it now. As for Raw, 2 hours, yeah, man. If Raw was 2 hours, I'd actually enjoy it a lot more. What's your favorite match so far in 2021? For AEW, I really like that Kenny Omega and was it? Yeah. There was the Omega and Rey Fenix match, I believe. Yeah, first Dynamite of 2021. That was ridiculous. It was awesome. And WWE, if you're talking about NXT, I like that Balor and Kyle O'Reilly match. That was ridiculous in every shape and form. I really loved them. They're brutal, they're violent, they're awesome. As for main roster WWE, Roman Reigns versus Edge versus Daniel Bryan, because that's another superb main event. You look different than what you sound, yeah, man. Love your content. Thank you. I appreciate it. It motivates me. Fun fact, Nunzio was a referee. Yeah, I noticed he was a referee in like 2011, right? Sleeping in Fire, props for your work, great effort in every video. Thank you. Thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate it. I really do. Who are your top 5 favorite wrestlers? I like Jon Moxley, Kenny Omega, Roman Reigns, of course, Finn Balor, and the last one, it just depends on what day it is, but I'm going to go with Sami Zayn. Can you please do Biggie run in NXT? Yeah, I'll eventually do it for sure. Like I want to do a bunch of those like NXT videos, but I just never got to them yet. What's your least favorite year of the 2000s? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm probably gonna go ahead and say 2009. Like, I'm very nostalgic towards that year. John Morrison, Jeff Hardy. Like, Jeff Hardy was the best that year, but I think that was the weakest year for the product in general. Are you dropping a video today? I was working on the 2002 video. I wanted to get it done. I just knew for a fact I wasn't going to get it done in time, hence me doing the live stream. Your content's hard. Thank you again. I'm striving. I'm trying to work on the writing, the video quality. We gotta get better. Like, I know I have some potential there to like make better videos, but thank you. Are you looking forward to the AEW game? Yeah, I'm looking forward to that game. There needs to be some competition for the 2K series. And from that footage that we saw of Darby Allin, I think it looks good. It gave me like those early Smackdown game vibes. Sam the 196, thank you for a donation. Taker and Vince video, yeah, that will be done eventually. I just gotta think of how to do it. I gotta like. I think we could do it in a. I can't give you an exact date, but I could say that I will do it eventually. And like I said, we just got to think of a way to format it because I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be bad. Any chance of doing a New Japan Pro Wrestling Wrestle Kingdom video? Problem with New Japan, I think you know this, but they got this like they're very tight on the copyright. Like even if you show some stills, whatever, they punish you, and I think it's messed up, man. Like they got their own laws there, and it's not like it's not like we're infringing the copyright rule or anything like that. Copyright law. I think it's messed up, so I can't really do New Japan unless you want to see my face like this and giving you guys a review. That's another story. Kofi Kingston's first run as Intercontinental Champion. Yeah, I legit thought of that. I didn't put on the list, though. I'm still thinking of whether or not to do Rise of Kofi Kingston or an entire separate video on his first title run. Worst pay-per-view 2018, Backlash, man. Backlash was absolute trash. If I remember correctly, it was a Beat the Traffic chant, which was kind of messed up, but the show sucked. I mean, what do you expect? Young Goose, thank you for the donation. WWE vs. ECW. That's another video that's on the list. I just gotta think of a way to format it. Like, should we talk about the entire feuds or just a little? I'm not sure. Not sure how to make the video at the moment, but I'm very interested in it. Malachi Black, bro, isn't he basically an extension of the new Aleister Black character from WWE? Like, I don't get why they released him. Only to have AEW sign him, and I don't get it. Like, they shouldn't have released him when he had a story with Big E. What the hell? How would you book Ricochet as a heel? I'd probably have him wear sunglasses and come on, call himself Pretty Boy Ricky, something like that. But I'm not a booker. I'm really not a booker. I suck at that. That's why you won't see any booking videos from me. Least favorite WWE year of all time, 2018. Bro, I just didn't watch the product that much that year. I wasn't feeling it. I remember watching WrestleMania 34, the Raw and SmackDown afterwards, and I don't remember anything. Like, if you ask me about Money in the Bank, I barely remember anything. I don't think I even watched Money in the Bank that year because I just wasn't that interested with the show. Rise and Fall of Ryback. I want to do something on his push from 2012. I'm not sure if I should do a Rise and Fall video, though. I think we'll do something on that push. Any plans on doing Scott Steiner's run in TNA? Yeah, I want to do Scott Steiner in TNA and in WCW. You know, he was one of the best characters of late period WCW. We got to do something on him. You know, it's much deserved. Yeah, Seth Rollins was one of the best at the time. He was superb. He was Monday Night Rollins. I loved him. WrestleMania 34 was disappointing, in my opinion. That WrestleMania, again, I think it could have been better, but it was, I don't know if it was on the booking or the performers. Like, John Cena versus Undertaker, it just shouldn't have been a total squash match. And the main events, like, that, how did that match suck? Like, it was supposed to be good. They let us down, and those fans played with a beach ball. It was absolutely terrible. Like, I didn't really focus that much on the match, I remember. I remember if you did a video on the feud tag team between Cena and HBK, that would be later or November 2007 video. About the Cena thing, go check out the hour-long video I made on John Cena, you know, one of my favorite videos. That's where I talked about the tag team and the feud. And as for No Mercy 2007, I want to do something about it in September, October, you know, the night Randy Orton lost and won the world title. Goose Hudson dug the GTA graphics from the Daniel Bryan world title video. Yeah, that was a one-time thing. I didn't really want to keep it. You know, the title on the top right corner. But yeah, thank you for the donation. I'm glad you like that. What do you think of Broke Corbin gimmick? Man, that's one of the most entertaining things on the show. I really love that. More on ECW too. Yeah. ECW, you know, from 90... it was 94 when Shane Douglas cut that promo, right? It's 2001. Yeah, I want to do something on Shane Douglas in general because some people say Triple H copied him, you know, the game character, the franchise. Yeah, I think that would be interesting. Enzo and more in Big Cass video. I was actually wanting to do that a few months ago, but I kept it away because I feel like there's a lot more left in the tank. I think we're going to see them somewhere soon. That's what I feel. Best year of WWE. This is subjective. I say 2000. That year was bro. I say ridiculous a little too much. That year was awesome in a bunch of ways, but my favorite is 2006 because that's one of the more nostalgic years for me. What inspired you to make a wrestling channel? Honestly, I had this. I don't know if you guys know. I've been on YouTube a couple of years now. I used to make these videos like 10 things you didn't know about Shawn Michaels. I made like 30 of those videos. It just didn't go anywhere though. And what's it called? And I was on and off on YouTube. I felt like I could succeed there. And after launching this Instagram called Wrestling's Commanding, I got some followers and whatever. I thought, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just keep on doing it until it works. And that's what happened. Add to that, I felt motivated. Due to my previous work. So, like I said, I was hell-bent on succeeding. Thoughts on Omega's run? It's not my favorite, honestly, but I'm really interested in the Hangman Adam Page story. And I honestly hope he wins it at All Out because, I feel if he loses, they're going to halt his momentum and it's just going to be a missed opportunity. That's what I assume. We'll be watching Slammiversary and do live reactions. Like I said, I don't really watch Impact that much. I keep one eye on it, but I don't really watch the show itself. Make a CM Punk video. He's underrated heel run. Which one? Strategy Society. I made something on it. It's kind of short though. As for 2012 heel run, that title reign video will come eventually. I can't guarantee it now though. What do you think is the worst SmackDown vs. Raw game? 2009. Let me tell you why it's 2009 for me. The road to WrestleMania was pretty damn fun. I enjoy it. I still look back fondly at the times I used to play that game. But it lacked the, Bro, it lacked the Legends roster. Like, I just wasn't feeling that roster. Like, sure, it was up to date and all that, but but to have a game that doesn't feature The Rock and Stone Cold, damn. I just didn't like that. But some of the game was fun. I still go back to it occasionally. I still go back to it occasionally. The Road to WrestleManias, like the Chris Jericho one's my favorite Road to WrestleMania of all time. And you're on 6-month WWE title run. I already did the Age of Orton. Did you like Here Comes the Pain? Yeah, man. Who doesn't like Here Comes the Pain? Like, if you say you hate Here Comes the Pain, you're just trying to stand out, I feel. How old are you? I'm 20. Filthy Animals. Yeah, I wanted to do something about them again. Them in 3 count. But I just never, I just never set my mind to it and thought, I should do it right now. I'll eventually do it, though. Is 2K19 underrated? I want to say it's underrated, I feel a lot of people appreciate it. And it's a pretty damn game. It's a pretty good game. AJ Styles on the cover. But Daniel Bryan, man, he should go to hell for that, man. Like, blow my mind. That song plays literally every single time you turn on the game. And he cursed us. WWE 12 was good, but the roster kind of sucked. That game, I remember a lot of people loved it. At the time. But as the years went by, they just didn't care for it, I believe. But yeah, that game was fun, but I played it a little too much, I played the Road to WrestleMania. They were pretty damn good. The roster was good. The titles, that's another thing to mention. Like, the titles, they brought in a lot of the titles, like the European belt, $1 Million belt. Universe mode with Brock Lesnar randomly shows up. That was cool. La Familia. Yeah, La Familia. I got to remake the Undertaker and Edge video because I did not talk about a lot of stuff there. Here Comes the Pain and SVR 2007 are the best wrestling games in history. Yes. Those 2 games are some of the very best. Here Comes the Pain isn't my favorite, but But it's one of the best. Like, I can acknowledge the fact that it's the best. Bro, what the hell's up with the Chris Benoit references, man? The hell? Chris Benoit. Oh, my God. Man, yes, U.S. title run will eventually come. I'm still not sure whether I meant not to make something about the Booker T feud in itself or just entirely his U.S. runs. I'm not sure, but don't expect any video or anything like that. Just expect some stills, because I don't want to get struck with something. I have a wrestling podcast name that Java Tears would love to have you as a guest. I mean, if you want me, just send me a message on Twitter. How about that? TNA Impact is the best wrestling game. Honestly, I never played that before. I'm really interested in playing it. I think it'll be a fun experience, but I don't think it's a good game. Like, I heard it sucked. Would you be down to remake a WrestleMania 22 video or a video based on Saturday Night's main event? WrestleMania 22, I really wanted to make it a few months ago, but I never got to it. As for Saturday Night's main events, I want to make a whole video on that run from 2006 to 2008 because it should have been better. Like, the Saturday Night's main event thing should have been much bigger than it was. Do the podcast. Yeah, I will. Why'd you take down video? How was the WWE in 2005? Let me tell you why. I got a lot of footage in there. I'll get struck with copyright, and we don't want to violate the rules on YouTube, When I make the videos, I try to not go overboard with the footage, just enough footage, just not too much. I don't want to do a lot. A lot of content creators take risks in showing footage, and it's good in other areas like hip-hop, music channels and stuff like that, but for wrestling, a lot of the companies are very strict with it. So that's why I took it down. I will eventually remake it, and it'll be much, much better than it was previously. Links do not work. Which links? Twitter. Just search WrestlingsPremier and you'll find me. You do Carlito's Intercontinental Championship run, please. Yes. That's another one I really wanted to make, but I just finished that John Cena and Carlito feud video a few weeks ago. I'll do it in a few weeks. I'm really interested in doing another mid-card title run, and that's the one that followed the Shelton Benjamin one. So yeah, expect that one soon. I'm going to a WWE event soon. I'll eventually go. I haven't been to one yet. What's it called? I haven't been to one yet, but once they come to my town, I'll definitely go. What's your favorite non-wrestling game? GTA San Andreas. Bro, that game, I had so much fun with that game. But if you want a non-GTA answer, I really liked playing those free roam games like True Crime, what's it called? Saints Row. But the True Crime series, again, nostalgic. I had so many memories playing that. Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition. Those games. I went to WrestleMania 26 in 2010. You got to witness one of the greatest wrestling matches of all time, HBK and The Undertaker. That's one of my favorites. Man, I prefer that match over 25, but that's just me. Kurt Angle and Booker T. Sharmell feud video. I already did that in August. I did. Can you do Lucha Underground runs too, please? Well, I gotta watch the show. I gotta see what they're talking about because I always used to hear about it. But let me watch the show for myself. Season 1, 2, 3. I believe there's 4 or 5. I'm not sure. But the last time it was Jack Swagger who won the belt, right? I gotta watch it and then I'll talk about it. I just can't go into it without knowing anything, right? You have a console right now, bro? Yeah, I got the PS4. I got the PS4 with me right now. I play 2K19, 20 occasionally. 20 sucks, though. My favorite match is Melina versus Alicia Fox. Yeah, that's an all-timer, man. It's one of the greatest matches ever. Legacy Part 3, I wrote the beginning of the video, the script for it. So it's coming real soon. Winning the Bank 2021 predictions. I'm going to predict Big E wins the briefcase. I hope he wins it, but like I said, I think he has the best chance. Riddle is going to come up short in my eyes. The women's Money in the Bank, I'm going to go with Alexa Bliss. I think Alexa Bliss is going to win it. And with regards to the title matches, let's see. Kofi ain't winning. I wish he wins it, though. It would be great. I'd love to see him be a 2-time champion. But he's not. Bobby Lashley's going to kill him. Roman Edge. This one's easy. Roman, man. John Cena is going to feud with him real soon by the looks of it. Charlotte and Rhea Ripley. I think Charlotte's going to win it. I think they're going to have her win the title yet again. Loved your Rey Mysterio Road to World Championship video, but why didn't you cover his run as a champion? I want to do him standalone. The title reign video is coming again real soon. I don't want to say that a lot. It's becoming repetitive, but it's coming. Hey, Advancing. Yeah, that video ended in like 3 minutes. It wouldn't really last that long. Kofi loses and Big E cashes in. Imagine if Kofi won and Big E cashes in. That'd be interesting. Cody Rhodes and Hardcore Holly. Again, that's one of those ideas I gotta like structure. I'm not sure how to do that video. I think it'll be literally 4 minutes if I were to make a Cody Rhodes and Hardcore Holly video. But we'll see. I hope Lesnar does come back. I didn't get hyped for this long just to get a Goldberg match. Yeah, man. Like, wow. I think it has to do with the money. Like, it has to be that. Like, why in the hell wouldn't Lesnar return, right? Make a video about Mr. Kennedy. Damn, he had so much potential back then. Yeah, I made something on him about a year and a half ago. Go check it out. I really thought, like, when you look at him, I think he should have been a champion had he, like, never... By the looks of it, he should have been a champion, basically, is what I'm saying. Any chance of you doing a CM Punk video? Yeah, his first title reign. I want to do the Summer of Punk, but Ring of Honor, their damn Honor Club subscription is so messed up. Like, good God. It's so messed up, and you just can't make the videos easily. Good day from Australia, eh? I'm glad to see people. What the hell am I saying? Glad to see all of you from around the world is basically what I'm trying to say. You remember the primetime players? Yeah, man. Making moves, making $1 million moves. I remember them. They're entertaining. Are you Hispanic? No, I'm not. Do some horrible gimmicks. WCW gimmicks. Yeah. I want to do a couple of them, you know, the Dungeon of Doom, like you said. I want to do that Gold Dust gimmick. It's called 7, right? Like they were literally hyping him up for several weeks, and then he just came in. He cursed out the gimmick. Like what the hell's up with that? Bruno's life story. I haven't really read up on Bruno in a long time, but I heard about it. I had heard something about it, and maybe we'll do something about it in the future. Like he's an all-time great. He deserves more respect. Like a lot of people, when you ask him who's the greatest wrestler ever, who's one of, they don't mention Bruno Sammartino because he's before their time. Did you do The Rock's first WWE title reign? I did the Mankind feud, so that technically covers it. You have to do the Triple H 280-day reign in 2003. Yeah, about that. I don't know if you guys know, but I had made an Evolution video, and that video sucked. It was bad. I talked about the run there, but when I remake it, for sure it'll be covered. You should do reaction videos to some of the wrestling podcasts, you know, like 83 Weeks, Broken Skull Sessions. Bro, 83 Weeks and Broken Skull, like, I did, like, I was kind of interested in talking about some of the podcasts and what the guys were saying, but I just never came around to it. Like, Broken Skull Sessions, I like the format. My mom liked Mr. Kennedy's swag back in 2007. His mic skills are fire, bruh. He could have been world champion at least twice. Yeah, it's weird how he never became world champion at the time, but like I said, he screwed up. Lance Archer or Brian Cage? Lance Archer all the way. I'm just not feeling Brian Cage. Have you heard about the Day of Reckoning mod, Triple Cage and Ultimate X? I heard about a Day of Reckoning mod recently, but like I said, I just never came around to it. Along with those like Scott J mods, right? Scott J, you know, the SmackDown vs. Raw games. Yeah, I'm really interested in playing those eventually. Vinny on Raven, ECW, yeah. The feud with Tommy Dreamer, Sandman, all that. I'm really interested in making something on him. I just gotta watch the entire thing again. You know, I gotta watch it unfold so I can know what I'm talking about. Because, like I said, Like I said with the Lucha Underground video, we got to see what we're doing. Show Miz story, Big Show, and Miz title reign. Show Miz, I'm not sure if I should. I'm not sure if I'm gonna eventually do that because the team literally lasted 2 months. Can we get the Asuka undefeated streak video? Again, we got to do some women content. I really want to do something on Lay Cool. Lay Cool, something I'm gonna do. What up, bro? I look like Ricky Starks. What the hell? Like I said, Lay Cool is something I'm really interested in doing. As you said, Asuka. What else? The Divas division of the late 2000s after Trish Stratus, stuff like that. Have you played the TNA Impact game? Never. No, I never did. I really wanted to play it, but I just never got the chance to yet. WrestleMania 23. I already did the WrestleMania 23 about a year ago. WrestleMania 31. Again, it's one of those videos I want to do. I just never went and got. I just never came around to it. Oh no, not Piggy James. Oh my God, that storyline, it was messed up. I don't get why the hell they would go all the way, call her a pig and all that. Man, that's messed up. You prefer WWE before the 2016 brand split or after? I really thought 2016, there was a lot of potential there to like make the show a lot better than it was, and there was that feeling of like it was like you were watching something special brewing, like something was gonna happen. But it didn't. Dominic, I was really happy to see him getting cheered by the crowd last night. I was proud of the fact that the man was getting cheered. He was doing all those moves. I'm really interested in seeing him and how the crowd reacts to him in the next couple of weeks. Video of who do you think the GOAT is? I don't know if I really wanted to do something about that a year ago. I want to talk about who's the GOAT and who's not. I'm not going to make something like that. If you want to ask me the greatest of all time, it's either Shawn Michaels or Randy Savage. All-around performance. WrestleMania 20, Triple Threat, WrestleMania 30. Let's go with WrestleMania 20. Obviously, the memory's tainted for obvious reasons. But that match, it was very special. It's not like Daniel Bryan wasn't special, that match itself, but Benoit, that was something else. Hey, big up yourself. I love the videos. Thanks again. Wrestling around Mount Rushmore. I'm just going to go with the WWE one. You got to put Hogan. You got to put Austin. You got to put... Now, the third one, this is the problem. Like, I think you're going to have to put The Undertaker there and then Cena. I think that's the Mount Rushmore for WWE. But in general, you're going to have to put Ric Flair there, I think. We're going to do more videos about other companies. You have more WWE than other... Because WWE is it's the easiest one to access. Like, what's it called? I'm really interested in doing a bunch of TNA videos, but a lot of the stuff, they don't have them on Impact Plus. I have to go on other websites just to get the story, just to watch them and stuff like that to make the videos. Like that Jeff Hardy one, you guys remember it? Jeff Hardy and Jeff Jarrett. But I do those videos every couple of weeks, like TNA, WCW. AEW, I only do the pay-per-views, so yeah. What's your favorite pay-per-view ever? Unforgiven 2006. Just thinking about that pay-per-view brings a smile on my face. The best New Day member, oh my, this is hard. I'm going to go with Big E now. But if we're talking about all time, I'm going to go with Kofi. Pac or Ricky Starks? Pac. Pac's the man. Favorite year in wrestling? 2006. Again, nostalgic. Honestly, I don't watch anime. Hunter x Hunter. Yeah, I heard about that. I'm going to do a video on Money in the Bank. Yes, I will. On Monday. But but my entire focus right now is on 2002. You think WWE buried CM Punk when he lost to Triple H at Night of Champions? And buried is a strong word. I wouldn't say they buried him, but they cooled a bit of his momentum. That's what I think. He got to hold the title a year, though, so there's that. I mean, obviously, John Cena was always the main event, but still, WWE champion for a year? Wow. CM Punk's best feud is with Jeff Hardy. I wouldn't disagree with you with that. Others will, John Cena. They probably say John Cena. But the Jeff Hardy feud, like, when I think about it, Punk, he was the biggest douche, man. I hated that guy. And when he got rid of Jeff Hardy, oh, my God. NWO, Ministry of Darkness, or D-Generation X? I'm going to go with NWO, man. Those guys changed wrestling. They changed wrestling in a bunch of ways. Guaranteed contracts, if I remember correctly. And they were heels that got cheered. They were awesome. What's your favorite pay-per-view in 2002 besides the Big Four? Vengeance, I think. Vengeance is the one. Speaking of Vengeance, you guys want Vengeance 02? Or Vengeance 03 or both? Watch Ring of Honor now? No, I don't watch it. Like, I only go back and watch the classic stuff. Like, I remember I watched a Kenta and Bryan Danielson match, and that title reign was ridiculous. Also, the Homicide match from 2006, the main event, that was amazing. I really loved that match. Had fun watching it. First episode of Smackdown on Fox. Oh, yeah, the Cain Velasquez one. Like, I legit thought Dominic got bigger. He cut his hair, he shaved his head, and came out all tough. That's what I legit thought. Turns out it was Cain Velasquez. Best commentator outside of JR, probably Bobby the Brain Heenan. There's Bobby the Brain Heenan. Jerry Lawler was pretty fun for a certain time. Who else? Nowadays, I enjoy Pat McAfee. He's pretty funny, brings in energy, although I understand why others don't like him. Randy Orton, heel in 2009, pure gold, in my opinion, played that sick character so well. Yeah, that Randy Orton character, oh man, he was legendary. I just don't get why they had him lose to Triple H at WrestleMania 25. Like, he should have won it there and continued. He was still awesome, though, after that. Raw or SmackDown, the Ruthless Aggression era. I'm going to go with SmackDown. That has more to do with the fact that I get to stay up on Friday to watch the entire show. I remember watching Batista, Undertaker, Edge all come out. But I really used to love Raw back then. Like, if you asked me back then as a kid, what do you like, Raw or SmackDown? I'd probably say Raw. Not probably, I would say Raw because John Cena was there. Where does Cena rank in your favorites? He's one of my top 10 favorites, He's one of my top 10 favorites. I really used to love him as a kid. And what's it called? I had his toy. I had the spinner title. Used to watch a bunch of the DVDs involving him. He was my favorite as a kid, so yeah. Remember the Jax figures? Yeah. I had a bunch of those. I had Shelton Benjamin, Eric Bischoff, what the hell, Shelton? I just said them. Kurt Angle, John Cena, a Chris Benoit toy. Like, I can't believe I had a Chris Benoit toy, but I did. Wolfpack run. Yeah, I want to do Wolfpack, but we got to start from the beginning, We got to start with the original New World Order, the one that everybody loves. They love New Wolfpack as well, but when you say NWO, that's the first thing they think of. Matt Stryker used to say some random ass stuff on commentary. He'd be talking about, he literally called Mark Henry the chef of Hell's Kitchen. Like, what is that about? What's up? Who's the better heel, Triple H in 2001 or Randy Orton in 2009? 01 Triple H. 09 Randy Orton is good. He's amazing. But Triple H of 2001, like, as heartless as Randy Orton may have been, Triple H 2001 was built different. Yes, he's better than 01. He's better than 02 to 05 Triple H because he was a much better wrestler. Like, that quad injury really just stopped him. He wasn't the same. But yeah, 99 to 2001 Triple H is the best heel in wrestling at the time. You think Orton better than Daniel Bryan? Well, in some areas. And how people disliked WrestleMania 23. Everybody loved TNA back then. Yeah, a bunch of people liked TNA back in the day, but then Hogan came in, and we all know what happened. Do you think CM Punk's better as an anti-hero? Honestly, the best iteration of CM Punk was the one when was post Money in the Bank 2011. I really liked that CM Punk because he wasn't afraid of trading insults with baby faces and heels and whatever. I really like the iteration of his. Favorite Cena jersey, the WrestleMania 21 one. You know, number 54. It's black and gray. Can do a video on Cena and Orange Feud in 2009. I gotta finish the Legacy series, but if you really want something, I'm thinking of making a whole feud into one video. I'm gonna include 2007 and 2013. Triple H, most overrated wrestler in the business. He worked well with other top guys, but never the guy he wanted to see. I never really saw Triple H as the face of the company as well. You know, they always tried to make him seem like that. Like, look, this is the top guy, but he wasn't. He was below those guys. I feel he's overrated by fans and he's overrated by WWE, underrated by fans. Yeah, man, Randy Orton 2009 was built different. If I could be serious for a minute, should Lance Storm should have gotten a more push for the WWE title when he jumped from WCW? Honestly, I never really, when I look at Lance Storm, I don't really say he's a main eventer straight up, but it was an excellent mid-carder. I just don't think Austin should have buried him like they did with the boring stuff. That was messed up. What's your favorite match? Mine is Triple H versus Kozlov. Yeah, that's an all-timer, man. That's the greatest match in the history of the sport. Mine, John Cena versus Edge, Unforgiven 2006, but you guys already know why. I'm good. How are you? Kane should have attacked Mark Henry and became world champion. That one itself was weird. I don't get why they shouldn't. By the way, you guys want to ask Kane 2011? I just don't get why they didn't have him go after Mark Henry straight up. Should have happened. Then they had that John Cena feud, Embrace the Hate, or whatever the hell it was. And John Cena did this very angry face looking like this. And it led to absolutely nothing. I don't get why. Like, John Cena should have turned heel then and there. That would have been the perfect time. You miss John Cena wrestling? Yeah, man. Star power, like WWE. Wrestling in general, they don't got many stars on the level of John Cena. And around the time he left, you know, he was pretty good in the ring. Sheamus vs. Big Show was an underrated feud, in my opinion. Yeah, man. That feud, a lot of people don't talk about it. I think it should be appreciated much more than it already is. John Cena had no feud at the time of December 2011. Yeah, I know he didn't have a feud at the time, and he should have had something heading into WrestleMania. But I don't think it should have been with Kane. What's your favorite WrestleMania? Mine is 23. That would be 22. Who would you have beat Roman Reigns for the title? Listen, there's a couple of choices in my eyes. You got Big E, you got Finn Balor. I wouldn't have The Rock win it. It just needs to be somebody that's new in my eyes. But yeah, Big E or Finn would be a great choice in my opinion. Chris Jericho as a heel 0810 or CM Punk or Edge and rank them best. All right, I'm gonna rank them. Worst heel. This is hard, man. Like it's like asking me what's more. It's a very hard question. Who's the worst of these? I'm gonna go with CM Punk. That's no disrespect. He was pretty damn good, but those other guys were built different. Randy Orton is third. Second, I'm gonna go with Chris Jericho. And first is Edge. Edge is the biggest bastard of my childhood. I absolutely hated that guy with a passion. Hey, what's up? Does Jeff Hardy or RVD have more iconic high spots? I think Jeff Hardy, that guy, he's always doing stuff that insane. You know, swanton off the top of the cage, swanton off a ladder onto the announce table. He has a bunch of moments that I could think about from the top of my head. Most underrated WWE pay-per-view ever. I can't really give you one straight up. I legit said Justin, what the hell? Judgment Day 2009. That's a very overlooked pay-per-view for me. Do a video on why Cody Rhodes didn't become world champion from 2011 to 2012. One of my favorite underrated wrestlers. Yeah, 11-12 Cody Rhodes is one of my favorite iterations of his, you know. He was very entertaining. He was one of those conniving heels. And when you look at him at the time, you think this guy was a future world champion in WWE, but it turns out he wasn't. What was something you liked back then but feels disappointing now? For me, that would be the Nexus. Yeah, As a kid, like, I always used to say, oh, John Cena's got to win this. John Cena's got to win this. And then he won at SummerSlam, and the story went downhill from there. It was good, though. It was supposed to... Had they had Nexus win at SummerSlam, it would have been way better than it was. Like, it's very underwhelming. WrestlingsPremier, who's better in the ring, Edge or Christian? A lot of people say Christian, and I agree. You know, Christian is the master of TV matches. That's what Bruce Pritchard said in a podcast, I think. And I agree. Like, Christian, he's pretty damn good. He's gifted in there, and a lot of people tend to underrate him. But in general, I prefer Edge. NXT Season 2, 3, or 4. Yeah, I want to do NXT Season 2. I just didn't really like how that video went. Wasn't even bad or anything, but I feel I could have done better than I already did. But I'll eventually do it. I want to do Tough Enough as well. Tough Enough Season 1, you know, when Triple H told that guy, you're nut chill or something. That was hilarious. Hopefully on Monday we hear no more words. If they play no more words, Jeff Hardy's going to be the most over baby face in the entire company probably. What the F happened to Eve? She was a baddie. Oh my God, Eve. When she was a heel in 2012, man, she was very good at her role, man. She was awesome. Durag Vince couldn't lose. Oh my God, Durag Vince was built different. It was like Prisoner Mike, whatever the hell he's called in the office. You should do a video about dashing Cody Rhodes. Well, I already kind of did something about it, but if you guys really want something, I want to do his feud with Rey Mysterio in 2011. I feel like I never went deep into it. I feel like something we could talk about. Who's your favorite wrestler? HBK, Shawn Michaels, Showstopper. Who else? If you ask me, I'm gonna go HBK, Austin, Rock, Bret Hart, John Cena. Thoughts on John Morrison, man? John Morrison, they should push him to the main event. That's what I think. I think it's time for that guy to ascend to the top of the card. I still remember how mad OG ECW fans were in 2007 when Vince won the title. Well, yeah, I mean, imagine you're following this brand, well, this promotion as a kid, and then the guy who purchased, he didn't really purchase it. He purchased his assets, I think, but whatever. Wins the title. Just to win it for no real reason. But yeah, Durag Vince was weird. Biggest missed storyline opportunity in the past 10 years in WWE. This one you could go with a bunch. Top of my head, the Summer of Punk should have went down a bit different. I think they should have had him go to different promotions like Ring of Honor or some indie promotion nobody even knows about. Just have him defend the title outside of WWE and eventually return. I think that would have been cool. Mount Rushmore Wrestling. I already mentioned it. The WWE one, Hogan, Austin, Taker, and Cena. Favorite John Cena freestyle? I can't really give you one off the top of my head, but some of them were... But a lot of them were entertaining and... what was it? I remember there was one where he called out the entire Raw roster and absolutely, like, cursed them out. That was fun. Edge is really looking great as a badass babyface. Yeah, man. Bro, Edge is one of my favorite characters in general right now. I really love the fact that he's out there as this insane babyface, and he's actually intelligent. That's one thing I really love. My favorite match is John vs. HBK in London. Yeah, I remember watching that match, and I legit thought Raw ended 1 hour early. I didn't realize the match lasted that long. Is John Cena the last megastar? Well, yeah. I think that's the case because WWE does not... I don't know, like I feel like they're not pushing their talent to be megastars. I feel like they're just superstars, or whatever the hell you want to call them. Do you think fans are too hard? Depends. Sometimes the fans, they go out of line. Sometimes they're right. But yeah, like I said... Sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong. Like the what chance, sometimes they're absolutely unnecessary. I think they should only be a thing when Stone Cold's there. Yeah, I don't think WWE wants megastars anymore, too. Kobe Kingston and R-Truth's run as a tag team. Well, yeah, I barely remember that run, to be honest. Like, all I can remember is Daniel Bryan kicking Little Jimmy. Name a superstar you never understood the hype behind. Uh, Honestly, I wasn't feeling the Young Bucks beforehand, but now I actually enjoy them, to be honest. I wasn't really feeling them. It was very until recently, but now I enjoy watching them. Who would you say was the heel and baby face in the CM Punk versus Triple H match at number 9 of Champions? They were both good guys, but Triple H should have turned. He should have turned, and they should have led to a WrestleMania match. Who would be strong for the title? Like I said, Big E or Finn, if it was up to me. Imagine booking a guy as a megastar and he leaves for Hollywood. It leaves you with an empty hole in the main event. Yes. I think that's what they started to think when Lesnar left in 2004. They were like, you know what, screw it. John Cena ended up being the last one, though. Teddy Long and Eric as GM, literally the best in Ruthless Aggression. Yeah, man. Those two are the best GMs in my eyes in WWE history. Like, there were some of the most entertaining. Like, Eric Bischoff would be sucking up to Evolution. He'd be talking, he'd be cursing out the baby faces and punishing them, and Teddy Long's dancing. Man, best GMs. Cena doing one last run as Hollywood Cena, similar to Rocket 2003, would be great. Yeah, I wish that would happen. Like, I really wish that would happen because, for one, we'd get to see Cena as a heel. But then again, had he ended his career as a babyface, that'd be cool as well. Would you make a retrospective video about Becky Lynch's short-lived heel run in 2008 and her rise to stardom? Yeah, I want to do something like that, but again, what's it called? I don't want to really do a lot of the recent stuff too much. Like, I don't exactly have a cutoff point or anything like that, but I feel like you guys would prefer stuff to be from, like, the early 10s. That's, like, the cutoff point. But yeah, occasionally I do stuff from the mid to late 10s, so who knows? I might eventually do it. Could you make a video on the Smackdown 6? Yes. Yeah, I want to do that one. Cena 2010 was built different. Like, that guy beat Nexus, not single-handedly, but he still whooped their ass. But don't they book Roman like he's a megastar considering his accomplishments? Yeah, maybe he'll be a guy. Maybe that's an exception. I wouldn't really say, oh, he's not going to be a megastar and guarantee it, but I don't know. I think he has the potential to be one. If I remember, he was in that Hobbs and Shaw movie. I remember he was even in, what's that movie? It's a Netflix movie. He was in it for a short scene at the bar. Wrong Missy, I think it's called. I remember seeing him there, and I was just completely confused. I was like, what the hell is he doing here? Yeah, I think Roman will stay, though. He'll be a big star, but I don't think he's going to be on the level of the other guys that were previously. When's the next video coming out, bro? I'm working on 2002. I didn't get it done, hence the live stream. But it's coming tomorrow by the looks of it. At least hopefully. Hopefully it does. Who's your favorite McMahon? Shane McMahon, man. Shane McMahon is entertaining in a bunch of ways. I just didn't really like him in when he turned to heel and feud with The Miz. Like, that just went on and on and on and on, and it just shouldn't have. Like, other than that, yeah, I enjoy Shane McMahon. You know, his European title run with X-Pac, they had a good match that shouldn't have even been good in the first place. That was cool. Ask non-wrestling fans about Roman Reigns. They have no idea who he is. I don't know about that. Maybe they wouldn't know him. I mean, general wrestling isn't as big as it was previously. Like, I remember as a kid, everybody used to talk about wrestling. Can you do James Storm and Bobby Roode's feud in Please in TNA? I want to do the title run, Bobby Roode, and how he turned on his best friend, because I believe James Storm had won the title for about 1 week. That was a good-ass story. And TNA in general, like 2012 TNA was decent. Can you review WWE games? Yeah, I want to do that. I just want to have my own identity, my own style to it. I'll eventually do it, though. By the way, thanks for putting my comment in the Armageddon 2000 video. Weren't you the one that said that five legends in Rikishi or something like that? Yeah, I remember you. You think SummerSlam will be a good show? Hell yeah, for sure. That will be an awesome show. John Cena and Roman Reigns. What else? Bobby Lashley and Goldberg, like, I don't care about that. Edge and Seth Rollins, that would be superb. With so many wrestlers working in WWE, do you think it's a creative or superstar responsibility to create a character for them? A little bit of the both, man. You know? Like, sometimes characters would have good ideas, like Aleister Black, and others, they need somebody to give them something. It's a little bit of both in my eyes. Damn, your voice doesn't match what you look like. No offense. None taken. On the return of Finn Balor on Smackdown, do you think he will be a tweener like on NXT or will he be booked as a badass babyface against Sami Zayn, the delusional liberator? I think we're going to get the Prince. A lot of people are scared. Oh my God, he smiled. Like, bro, I'd smile there too if I hadn't seen the crowd in about a year and a half, right? That's what I think. I expect the Prince to be there, and if the Prince is there, I think we could expect great things. Like, Finn beforehand was already doing well. He should have been doing better, obviously, but he was doing well. But now with the freaking Prince character, I think he'll be a main eventer. Wrestling Premier is here. Love your videos, mate. Thank you again. I appreciate it when you guys tell me that. It motivates me to make better videos. What was the best part about SmackDown to you? For one, I loved seeing Dominic get cheered by the fans. That was awesome. Edge's entrance, that pop was ridiculous. And Finn Balor's return. Those were some of the best stuff. Big Show, Big Boss Man feud. I really want to make something the Big Boss Man's heel run. It's something I'm really interested in making because, for one, that guy was absolutely heartless. Like, when you look at him in kayfabe, that guy, he lacked any sort of heart. Any sort of heart, empathy, he didn't have any. I hope Jeff Hardy has one more push in him with no more words coming back. I don't see hope for it, but I'm not expecting it. Like, I wish we could go back to 2009 and see Jeff Hardy, like, what if he remained with the company? I think he would have done very well, but it's a shame. Who do you think gonna win Money in the Bank? Like I said, Big E and Alexa Bliss. What's your opinion on Hit Row and NXT? I'll be honest, I haven't really watched NXT, the show itself, in a while. I did watch TakeOver, though, and I've heard great things about Hit Row, but I never really checked them out. I gotta check them out, though. Probably gonna check them out after the stream ends to see what you guys are talking about, because I'm always seeing people talk well about them. I'm glad to finally see your face. I do enjoy your videos very much. My name is Marvin. I'm writing you from France. Hey, Marvin. How you doing? Why not watching Impact? I'm really not that interested in it. I might check out the main event, though. Like that's the only thing that I'm really interested. That's the only thing I'm interested in, somewhat. Last time around, I wanted to watch the Moose match, but I just never got the chance to. And by the time I did, I wanted to watch it, it had been spoiled. What are your favorite wrestlers from each era? Golden Age, New Gen, Attitude, Ruthless Aggression. All right. Golden Age, we're going to go with Randy Savage. Randy Savage, in my eyes, one of the greatest all-around performers. Top 5, all around. New Generation, Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. Those guys, they were a bright spot of the era in my eyes. Razor Ramon as well. Attitude, Stone Cold, Rock, Mankind. You can go with a bunch of guys from there. And Ruthless Aggression, I'd go with Kurt Angle, probably. Yeah, man, Jeff Hardy, it's a shame. Favorite Undertaker run, 05, 2010. That one. That's the one, because that's the one I remember watching as a kid. I really enjoyed it. You know, he had some amazing matches, amazing stories as well. It was pretty damn good. Jeff versus Roman Reigns would be a great feud. Damn, I never even thought about that one. That would be good. Yeah, Vince lost Vince lost because he liked the do-rag. It's like Chavo Guerrero losing every match because it's not on No Way Out. Who do you think was the greatest world heavyweight champion? When I think of that title, I either think Edge or Batista. I'm probably gonna go with Batista. Like that guy, he was synonymous with that WWE's version of the title. A simple internet mark said that Jungle Boy versus Omega match was better than WWE's matches in the past 15 years. I don't agree with that sentiment. You know, I enjoyed the match, but it wasn't like out of this world in my eyes. It was good, but I've seen better. You know. Jeff Hardy's heel run in TNA was hella underrated. We never seen that side of him before. Yeah, we gotta do something about that run. I owe you guys some Jeff Hardy content, I believe. I might have to start with his TNA debut, and we'll go from there. Roman Reigns versus 2002 Triple H. Yeah, I don't know who's gonna win that. Like they're both gonna cancel out each other. They both cheat. It's hard to say, but the fans are gonna get on Roman's side. He'll probably win it. Favorite feud: John Cena versus Edge. Undertaker versus Batista though, nostalgic again. Like I really enjoyed watching it as a kid. Remember watching their cage match, and then Edge comes in and cashes in the briefcase. Wow. It was a very entertaining feud. It was two big guys wanting to kill each other. It was great. Do you think Reigns can lose the belt to someone from a stable? No, I'm not going to say he would. Like, it would be cool and poetic to see Jay win it, but I doubt that's what they're going to do. If anything, Jay should go after the IC title. Not at the moment, because Apollo is the champ, obviously. Proof of Jeff still having loyal fans could be his chat. Yeah, like, Jeff Hardy has such a large amount of fans. I don't know what it is about him, but he's likable. I really enjoyed watching Hardy as a kid and still do now. What do you think about Chris Jericho and his stable, the Inner Circle, as baby faces? Well, obviously, they're going to have to be baby faces against MJF and his guys. I enjoyed their, what's it called? I enjoyed their cage match. What the hell is it called? Off the top of my head. I enjoyed their cage match. I didn't get the chance to watch their Stadium Stampede match at Double or Nothing because it was spoiled and I was busy with travel at the time. But yeah, like I said, they're decent to me. Remember that episode of Raw where Bobby Lashley broke Chris Masters in Master Lock? Yeah, Blood and Guts. Yeah. Sorry about that. What's it called? That Chris Masters episode was actually the first Raw I watched in a long time. I remember fond memories. Yeah, Blood and Guts. Would you do a video on the Cruiserweight title during the Ruthless Aggression era? I'm not sure, honestly. Like, I'll probably go separate title runs. Like, Matt Hardy versus Ron already made something on him. And Gregory Helms. I got to do something on Ray and Chavo, though. Their 2004 feud and eventually their 2006 thing. Yeah, I'll do them in standalone videos. The pop was big when Bobby broke the lock. Man, Bobby Lashley 2007. It's so crazy how he never became champion. Obviously, he had to leave because of something backstage. I don't know if it was Michael Hayes or something, or his wife. I'm not sure, but he left and he just disappeared. Like as a kid, you just notice wrestlers don't appear anymore. You completely forget about them until you see them a couple of years later or something. Yeah. R-Truth's career. Yeah, we got to do something on R-Truth again. I already did his heel run, so you could check that out in the meantime. Bro, Sting, he always trusts the wrong people. Do you like the Edge and Lita storyline? Yeah, it was good. It was entertaining. But Matt Hardy, man, he looked like a joke. You can do a video talking about the Bobby Lashley versus Umaga feud. I think that we'd have to do a whole Vince versus Donald Trump thing for that to work. I think that'd be the better route. That'd be the better idea. We'd go with like this. It's Vince versus Trump, then Durag Vince, then Vince the limousine explosion, and then the illegitimate son story. I think that's how we should do it. I don't know what the general consensus is, but I always enjoyed Jeff versus Matt Hardy's 09 feud. That was emotional for me back then. I enjoyed it as a kid, but it obviously should have been better, you know. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. CM Punk. I'm going to go with CM Punk. I prefer CM Punk over Rollins for a couple of reasons. Bobby Lashley left in 2007. Shocker, should have won the match with Cena at American Bash. Yeah, about that. Well, they had a good ass match. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if that was the right time. I think if they had a rematch at SummerSlam, that would have been good. I like a cut G. Plays behind me, obviously. What do you think is better? Cena from 2003 or Cena from 2006? Yeah, Cena 2006. When Cena wore the camouflage, he was better in ring. I just prefer Cena of 06. 03 Cena, he was a rapper. He was all that. But he wasn't that good in the ring. Can you do John Morrison and the Miz feud? I want to do their tag team video, and I was actually going to work on it a couple of weeks ago, but I accidentally deleted the video files. The files for the video. It's a damn shame. But I got some of the script ready. We'll continue from there. Thought you were white the entire time. I love the feud between AJ Styles and John Cena. It's underrated. Yeah, man, that feud was awesome. I really loved watching that back in 2016, 17. Like AJ Styles, I legit thought he was never going to come to the WWE. But he did, and he had an awesome run. He was the best wrestler in the company at the time. Yeah, man, 2016 is where it's at. 06, 07 Cena, that's the best iteration of his, in my opinion. You should also do Rated RKO's run as a tag team. Yeah, that's why I did the DX video a few days ago. We're going to do Rated RKO real soon. Do you think John Cena should have turned heel in 2012? Yes. That's the one where he should have turned heel. He should have been this bitter champ or something like that. I think that would have gone down very well. And if he changed his entire attire, that would have been cool. Can do a video on the Dudley Boys' run in WWE. I want to do something on their ECW run as well as their WWE. I'll do them eventually because I'm lacking some tag team videos recently, so we got to do something. Why did a lot of people hate Cena in 2007 after that TLC match with Edge? They seen enough of him, He was getting pushed. He was scoring W's. But as a kid, I really loved John Cena. He's the best wrestler. Favorite tag team match ever? TLC 3, WrestleMania 17. That's the one for me. Yeah, Eve Torres' run. That's the one. That's the one. We got to do something about that eventually. You're still waiting for the last part of the retrospective video on the Legacy series? Yeah. Part 3. No, part 4. I'm going to talk about the Kofi feud, the John Cena feud, the DX feud. I'm going to try and finish it there. I'm going to try and finish it then and there, and how Orton turned face, because I really want to do something on Orton's babyface run. I remember as a kid thinking it was like Stone Cold, He had that buzz cut RKO John Cena and the babyfaces as well, and he'd get cheered. Yeah, we got to do something about that too. Batista, Bobby Lashley, and Cena were the top 3 hated in 2007. Yeah, but as a kid, you don't realize that. Like a lot of people used to make fun of Batista for being bad. That's one thing to mention. I had to ask if you think Drew McIntyre is getting overpushed. If he wins Money in the Bank, I think that will be the case. I think they should just cool him off for a little and have him have him challenge for the title later on. Can you do some Dudley's ECW run? I feel like they were different in WWE rather than ECW. Yeah, I want to do something on their run. If I remember correctly, it was Heatwave 99, where they absolutely cursed out the crowd. It was out of this world. I hated Punk for years, even when he was WWE champion, because I never forgave him for kayfabe kicking Jeff Hardy out of WWE. Nowadays, I respect him as a performer. Yeah, that's what happened to me with Edge. I remember when he turned babyface in 2010, I was like, I hate this guy. I hate him. And even when he retired. But then when I learned about wrestling, whatever, I was like, man, Edge is one of the best. You think WWE 1997 was an underrated year? Nah, everyone loves that year, and with a good reason. That's the year where everything changed for them, and it's probably the most important year for the WWE, like in recent times. Yo, what up? Favorite WrestleMania main event? Undertaker vs. Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 26. That's the one. Booker T and TNA. Oh my God. Booker T and TNA. I'll do something on him. I remember he had an accent. You know, he's cutting promos with an accent. And Scott Steiner as well was they were insane there. Monday Night Rollins. A couple of you guys have been asking me about that. I'll do something on it eventually. How about a video when Triple H turned on Ric Flair? Yeah. I think we got to get the Carlito IC title run done so we could go with the Ric Flair one. Then we'll go from there. Yeah, man, Randy Orton 2010, I think we got to talk about him more. I got to watch him again, see his matches were good so we could judge him properly. Come on up. WWE screwed over Zack Ryder when he won the Intercontinental Championship. Bro, that was one of the most shocking moments of WrestleMania 32. Like, I honestly didn't expect it. It was crazy. And I think it was a way of saying, oh, here's your moment, but you're still going to lose the title. Miz ended up holding the title, and he had a great run, so I'm not angry. I never understood why Randy was a face during his feud with Christian back in 2011. Christian got robbed after such an emotional victory. Yeah, that's a weird one. I don't think Christian should have turned heel outright. He had his reasons to be angry. You know, he won the title early 2 days earlier. He had him defend it against Orton. I'm not complaining, though. That feud, I really love their matches. 4.5 star matches. They were superb. Yeah, the one where Randy Orton didn't have wristbands. That's the video I want to make. What's your favorite out-of-context wrestling clip? I love the Lex Luger yelling, I don't know. Oh, my God. That's one of my favorites as well. You know, he's... That guy, he's wearing a fedora hat, if I remember correctly. He's interviewing him. He's like... He's complaining about Ron killings. And oh, my God. That's one of the best. Psycho Sid, Half the Man, that's another one as well. What about the I Can't Do It, We're Live Pal? That was hilarious. When are you going to finish making the next part's evolution of Randy Orton? I can't really give you a timeline. I got to do Legacy so we could do the babyface run. So, yeah. If we do the babyface run, I'll remake Orton and Christian, too. And we got a couple of videos to remake, you know, like Evolution in general. The Miz title reign, that's another one. Scott Steiner as well, yeah. Would you say CM Punk was the fan favorite during the Punk and Cena feud in 2011? Depends on who you see. I see him as the babyface. You know, he's complaining about he's actually calling out the company on their wrongdoing and stuff like that. I think he was the babyface. I love the Kurt Angle Booker T feud too. Oh my God, that was bizarre. That was weird. One wrestler who you'd like to see come back and have a feud with who? I'd like to see Shawn Michaels and AJ Styles go at it. Mrs. Taryn was overshadowed. Yeah. I don't get why they had John Cena and Rock overshadow him completely. Like, this man is the WWE champion. I don't care who the hell the champion is. I don't care if Heath Slater's the world champion. He's got to be treated with respect, you know? Booker T on commentary is absolutely hilarious. He's so damn funny. He says some random stuff. Like, I remember he was angry at was it the Shield? He was angry at the Shield for no particular reason, and he was bitter on commentary. It was funny. Yeah, Smackdown at Rolling Loud, it's going to be cool. I expect it to be good. Back in 2011, I thought Randy was high because of how energetic he was on SmackDown. It seemed way different from 2010 Randy. 2011 Randy Orton is one of my favorite iterations of his. He was going all out in the ring, and I think he has a good shout out for Wrestler of the Year at the time. Like, he's one of the best at the time. Eddie versus Shawn, if it would have happened, who would have won that match? Okay, this one, I think Shawn Michaels would have won it if Eddie was the heel. I think if Eddie was the heel at WrestleMania 22, Shawn Michaels would have won it for certain. But regardless, it would have been an awesome match because those two were some of the best at the time. What the hell? Can you do a video on Rikishi? Yeah, I want to do something on Too Cool. He had a title run with Scotty 2 Hotty in 2003. We could talk about 2004. I mean, do something on that. AJ Styles Lone Wolf gimmick. Yes. AJ Styles Lone Wolf. That's another one I'm really loving. I really love to make it in the future. I have flashbacks to Randy doing that splits jump. Face Orton had so much personality. It was odd. Yeah, that face Orton was really good. I really love that face, Ray Babyface Orton, the one who turned down Legacy, which he shouldn't have in the first place, all the way up to 2012. Like I like that Randy Orton from a character standpoint. I thought it was fresh because he had never been a good guy. Like it had been a while since he was a good guy. Oh yeah, Jason Jordan. If I remember correctly, he hated him for no real reason. That's another one. 95 Shawn Michaels versus 92 Hogan. Who you got? Hulk Hogan is the real person who lays down for nobody, so he wins. I mean, we all saw how he out-politicked Shawn in 2005. That was something else. 97 Shawn Michaels. He's built different. HBK 97, built different in every way, shape, or form. That guy didn't give a damn. He was very entertaining. You think Chris Benoit changed wrestling for the good or for the bad? A little bit of both. That whole incident, it was so weird. Like every day the wrestlers would be on the news trying to defend the company, and it led to WWE becoming PG. They started banning chair shots, which is a good thing. But for the bad, it led to like some bad publicity towards pro wrestling. Like a lot of people already hated wrestling as it is. And that incident itself didn't help. Yeah, man, Perk Angle. Are you Indian? No, I'm not. He needs to do something about the title designs, especially for the Universal Women's and especially Tag Champs. Universal, I think they do those on purpose, to be marketable or something. 97 Shawn Michaels was 92 Hogan. Now you're talking. 97 Shawn Michaels was the most hard-headed guy you'd ever see. I can't really say outright. I think he'll win it. I think Shawn Michaels would win it. I'm not sure though. But if we're talking in kayfabe terms, I think 92 Hogan would win. Yo, what up? Wade Barrett should have won the title around the fall. I think they wouldn't have given Wade Barrett the title too soon. I think he should have won it though eventually, like at Survivor Series 2010, and have him face Cena at WrestleMania, something like that. WrestlingsPremier, who are your favorite anti-heroes? Stone Cold Steve Austin. When I literally think of the word anti-hero, that's the first man I think of. Chris Jericho Intercontinental Championship run. Which one? 09, 08. If you're talking about 08, I'm going to make a video on his return. I already made the thumbnail, so you could expect it in a few weeks. Legend Killer Randy or Head of the Table Roman? From a character standpoint, I'd say Roman, but I obviously like Legend Killer Randy. Hardy Boys or Dudley Boys? I love the Hardy Boys. They are probably the top 3 WWE tag teams ever, probably. Not saying outright. I prefer them over the Dudleys for certain. WrestlingsPremier, can you do so-called a Booker T feud? Yeah, I want to do something on that as well. I just made a Booker T video recently, so you're going to have to wait a little. You got to start doing top 10s from here. Yeah, about that, a lot of you guys have been telling me, oh, do top 10 this. If I were to do a list video, it'd have to be in my own style. Like, I'm not really interested in a lot of list videos on YouTube. They're all the same. Did you know JBL got blasted the blue meanie or whatever? We got to do our own. So if I were to do a live stream, what the hell am I saying? If I were to do a top 10, it'd be in chronological order or something. I'm just going to try to make my own style if I were to do that. What do you think of the men and women's tag division? I hate most of them. WWE always puts random people together, but now it's obvious. Yeah, I just don't care about the tag division. Like, I don't care about it at all. Especially the women's one. Like, I'm just not into it. Like, it's cool Shotzi and Tegan Knox debuted. That's something that's interesting. For the most part, the tag titles are just not. I just don't care for them. WrestleMania 38 main event prediction. Okay, if they bring back The Rock, it's going to be Roman Reigns versus The Rock for sure. If they don't, I'd say they're going to have... Big E finally win it there from Roman. That's what I think. Who do you think is returning at Money in the Bank? Becky Lynch. I think Becky Lynch is finally going to come back. It's been a while since we've seen her. That's one thing to mention. If WWE cared about the tag teams like they did in the Attitude Era all the time, I bet London and Kendrick could have been as big as the Hardys. Hardys, man. What am I talking about? The tag division, they just didn't care about it after the Attitude Era. It just fell off a cliff. It wasn't as good as it was previously, and that's a shame. Like, the tag division, the Edge and Christian, Hardys feud, they showed that it could be really entertaining. But they didn't care. And Lundrick and themselves, when they had the tag titles, they didn't really take them seriously. Like, they just held the titles to hold them for no reason. It wasn't like they went through, like, challengers. Thoughts on Rhea Ripley's current run? It's just there in my eyes. I'm really interested to see how the crowd reacts to her. And if she beats Charlotte, I think it'll go down as a good run eventually. But I'm not interested in it at the moment. Could you see another John Cena Edge feud if Edge wins the title? I don't think so. I don't think Edge and John Cena would feud. I think they'll team up. There's a better chance of them teaming up. That's one thing. How old are you? I'm 20. You think WWE is trying to get Roman to beat CM Punk's 434-day title reign? They already had Brock Lesnar do it. That's what... And that in itself, like, they have Roman hold the title, I think it's with good reason. Like, whoever's going to beat him is going to beat a huge star. So that's a positive. Who do you think will win Money in the Bank? Thank you for the donation. Thank you so much. Big E and Alexa Bliss. That's who I think. We got 2009 Cena or 09 AJ Styles. 09 John Cena. This guy, you beat him up. You throw anything at him. He'd still get back up and score the W. I'm going to take 09 John Cena. Was the summer of 2006 better or summer of 2011? I'm going to go with summer of 2006, but that's just me because I enjoyed it as a kid. 2011, though, it had some positives. Christian and Randy Orton, that was excellent. John Cena and CM Punk, they were doing well. So, yeah. I think Liv Morgan was in Money in the Bank. So much of it is being built around her. I hope so. And if they don't have her win it, they should just, have Sonya cost her the match or something like that. But yeah, she's the best choice. I wish she wins it, but I'm expecting Alexa Bliss. It's crazy to think Cena and Orton never had a one-on-one match at WrestleMania. Yeah, man. That and Cena and Edge, too. Those are the two matches that I feel should have gone down at WrestleMania. I'll be 21 tomorrow. Happy birthday, best wrestling intern. Are you Team Smackdown or Team Raw as a kid? I really wished I was a Team Raw kid, but at the end of the day, I was SmackDown because that's the show I watched from 8 to 10. Never got the chance to finish Raw as a kid. Either I'd fall asleep or something like that. So yeah, it's SmackDown from 2006 to 2010. That's the one. I've been watching WWE since 2014. When did you start? Was it the Shield storyline, or was it when Daniel Bryan won the belt? And the most underrated wrestling channel out here. I'm not sure about that. I don't know if I'm the most underrated. I'm really trying hard to get subscribers and get to 100K and whatever, but I don't think I'm outright underrated. Jeremy Boy 47, I love you, WrestlingsPremier. Love you too. What was the first thing you remember when you first started watching WWE? Uh, it was always there as a kid because my brother used to watch it. He used to watch it from like 2001 to 2007, I think. I don't know if it was before or after Chris Benoit, but he just stopped watching and watched the UFC. The first thing I remember some 2005 stuff like John Cena getting arrested, JBL. I remember ECW randomly coming in on SmackDown. I remember Boogeyman creeping up on Lita. Those are some of the earliest memories I have. It's fair Royal Rumble match. I think 2007. 2007 is the one. 2001 as well. There's 2008. There's a bunch of good ones, but for me, it's 2007. Yeah, Daniel Bryan when he won the title. That was a good time to tune into the show in my eyes. I started when Undertaker was feuding with CM Punk. Again, that feud, it led to an awesome match at WrestleMania 29. You ever do a CM Punk second WWE Championship reign video just like you did for Cena? Yeah, for sure. For sure, that is something I'm interested in doing. I just never got to it yet. How do you feel about live crowds making a reappearance? They were missed. I really missed the crowd, and every time I'd watch the show, something was missing. Whether it be AEW or WWE, something was missing. I started watching when Randy was punting heads off. Man, like I said, that guy was goated. He's built different. Any more wrestling movie reviews? I'm trying to focus on the main channel and another channel I have. That's why I haven't done anything there. I'm just trying to work on my third channel with other stuff. That's why I haven't done anything yet. Oh, not the WrestleMania feud. It was the one where Teddy Long got abducted. Where to buckle up, Teddy? That one. Oh yeah. A core retrospective because of why not. I've had enough. That team sucked. That team was. They were buried hard. Even though I was born in the PG era, I do like ruthless aggression. Hey, that happens, you know. I like some of the new gen stuff, some of the attitude era stuff. Everyone's born in a certain generation. There's always some good. I started around late 2006. What was the feud that got you tuned into the... What was the thing that tuned you into the show? Huh? What was the first wrestler you seen? Me, Chris Benoit. Like I said, as a kid, I always watched wrestling. I had all the toys. I just can't give you exactly because it's like I was born watching wrestling. That's what I'm saying. The first toy I did have, though, was Chris Benoit. That's the weird thing. Ever thought of doing a people power video? Hell yeah. People power is where it's at. We got to do that eventually. Like, once I finished the Teddy Long video, I considered making them. Y'all remember Blue Pants? Yes. I remember she was with the Vaudevillains randomly. NXT 2015. My first WWE memory was Backlash 2009 with Cena getting the neck breaks on after Big Show did the chokeslam. Oh yeah, that feud. That was when Cena was feuding with both Edge and Big Show. I remember that. I was first introduced to WWE and wrestling in general because of my cousin in 0506. He had a DVD of Raw in the Attitude Era put onto wrestling. Yeah, like I said, that's the earliest stuff I remember, like 05, 06. Those were some of my earlier memories. Like that, like whenever I'm talking about that time period, you know I'm really fond of it. Best thing Trevor Murdoch did in WWE? The tag team with Lance Cade, like that tag team in itself, they're not my favorite or anything like that. They're just there. That's probably the best thing he did, other than the fact that he sang some music. You guys remember when he was singing some random stuff? Favorite WrestleMania, mine is 19. Mine is 22. Can you do a video on Wade Bear versus Randy Orton feud? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We got to add that to the list. Are you interested in doing more women's feuds videos? Yes, I want to do Lay Cool. I want to do something on Victoria and when she debuted. She was going after Trish Stratus. What else? What we got to do? I want to do something on that Beth Phoenix run in 2011 when she was destroying the Pretty Divas. Remember that? We got to do something on the woman. It's long overdue. I think the first time I saw wrestling matches was Smackdown showdown between Big Daddy V and The Undertaker. That must have been 2007, right? Good solid mid card team for DX to face. Oh my God, DX used to whoop their ass on a weekly basis. Like even though they'd get the upper hand for like 1 week or something, by the next DX would leave them down on the mat. It's because Smackdown vs. Raw was 6. One of my first games PS2 when I found out it was actual shot, I was hooked. My first wrestling game in itself was WrestleMania 2000. My brother had an N64. And I remember used to playing it a lot. But I never really got into the games themselves until Smackdown vs. Raw 2007. Like, whenever I think of it, it's just so... it was a good time. I remember it was on the PSP. Also, SVR 2006, when you'd play with the... Was it WWE Poker or something? Yeah, fond memories. It's kind of weird that all of Race Championship reigns kind of sucked. Man, they just didn't book him well, man. They just didn't. Will you do the Little Jimmy storyline with R-Truth? I did the, what's it called? I did the heel run, but Little Jimmy, like, afterwards we get... I think if I were to do that, it'd be with the Kofi Kingston tag team video. You should make shorter videos of your videos and post them on TikTok. Oh, yeah. You guys follow my TikTok? I haven't uploaded there that much, but if you guys ask me a question, I will definitely answer you. What's it called? I'll definitely answer you if you ask me a question there for certain. My first wrestling game was WrestleMania 18. I never really liked that game that much. I played it before. It's just they had much better games later on. Roy, my favorite wrestling YouTuber. Thank you for that. What's it called? I try to be the best. I don't think I am the best at all. I just try to work hard. That's all. What's your TikTok, bro? Hold on. There. I appreciate your videos for finally giving the Ruthless Aggression era some love. I remember WWE never used to mention it that much. Like, for some reason, afterwards, they never used to talk about that era in particular until recently. Like, once everybody started talking about how, Ruthless Aggression was cool, now they're starting to talk about it. Your YouTube channel deserves more recognition. Hey, I'm trying to get there. We're getting there. Hopefully, we're going to get to that 100K goal eventually. I'm not trying to ask you guys, subscribe or whatever. I'm just trying to make the content. If you guys enjoy, subscribe. If you don't, whatever, it's not a problem. Thoughts on last night's Smackdown? Like I said earlier, it was fun. I really loved that show. It flew by quickly. Like, I was waiting all day long thinking, oh my God, Smackdown. I can't wait for it to go on. And once it aired, it flew by. Because 2000s nostalgia is popular now. Yeah, I know. 2000s nostalgia is pretty popular. Like the music itself. The shows, the movies, all that. Yeah, I get nostalgic for some stuff too as well outside of wrestling. So yeah. WrestlingsPremier, can you do FBI's run as a tag team? The full-blooded Italians. Oh yeah. We'll eventually do them. For a moment, or match from each era. Okay. Golden era. Probably going to go with Hulk Hogan versus Randy Savage, WrestleMania 5. It's not the best match, but it had a lot of intensity and crowd reception. New generation, that go to freaking Shawn Michaels versus Ramon, SummerSlam. Attitude era, this one's hard. I'm probably going to go with Austin versus Rock, WrestleMania 17. Ruthless Aggression, John Cena versus HTLC. Now, WrestleMania, did you watch Space Jam 2? Honestly, I never watched it yet. I heard people say it sucks. But I think that has more to do with the fact that Jordan was in the first one. And anything that LeBron's in, like, they always find a way to compare him to Jordan. It's probably not as good as the first one. Did you have any DVDs as a kid? Yeah, I had them. I used to have a bunch of them. I had WrestleMania 22, ECW One Night Stand 05, 06. Should have been watching them at that age, but I still did. Unforgiven 06. I'm missing something. Rise and Fall of ECW, yeah. It was a better spectacle than a match. Well, yeah. It wasn't the greatest match in the world, obviously, but like I said, the spectacle, the story finally blowing up. You know, it's the mega powers. They explode at WrestleMania 5. Tori Wilson and Candice Michelle. I think Tori Wilson. What was your favorite Eddie Guerrero match? This one, I'm probably going to go with Brock Lesnar, No Way Out, but that's not my outright favorite Eddie match, probably. I got to think of another one. I feel like I'm missing something. Eddie Guerrero versus Kurt Angle. Eddie Guerrero versus JBL Steel Cage. And, of course, Eddie Guerrero versus Batista. That's not the best match in the world, but it's cool seeing Batista face Eddie in one of his final matches. Okay, I got to ask you now, LeBron or Jordan? I'm going to go with Jordan, man. Jordan, I think he's the GOAT. That man was like the Stone Cold of the NBA. What I mean by that is he brought in viewers, and they were tuning in specifically for him. And, yeah, like, he was ridiculous. He won 6 rings. 6 rings. Obviously, he needed some help. It's not like I'm saying, oh, Michael Jordan alone, he carried the team. He didn't carry the team. It was teamwork. He had Rodman. He had Pippen. He had the coach Phil Jackson. That's what I think. If we're totally honest, Undertaker, HBK, Triple H, and Edge carried the Ruthless Aggression era. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I feel like we're missing somebody there. I feel like we're missing somebody there, that being Orton, I think. Yeah. Outside of WWE, yeah. Eddie versus Ray Halloween Havoc. I watched that one a few times. I watched it about 2 months ago, and again, it was fast-paced action. It got me watching a couple of other Rey Mysterio matches with Eddie, of course. They had a match at World War III, if I remember, and a random Smackdown match in 2004. That's a match I suggest you guys watch if you haven't. Woman Evolution review. Yeah, well, eventually, I think we're going to have to do that in October. That's something I never really thought of making, but since you reminded me, we'll probably go with it. I had the Kane DVD, and I watched that a lot. Yeah, I used to get some DVDs from the library, too. They carry some DVDs. I remember I got an Eddie Guerrero one. That was a fun watch. There was, what's it called? Unforgiven 06 as well. I found it 5 years later, and I got nostalgic at the time, so I got it again. That was the first WCW match I saw. Well, that was probably the greatest one of them all. There's Flair and Steamboat, obviously, but from that era of WCW, it was probably the best. Favorite Hell in a Cell match of all time. Okay, this one, it's either Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker, the first one. What's it called? Undertaker versus Mankind, or Triple H versus Batista Vengeance. One of those. I think I'm going to go with Undertaker and Mankind. Yeah, man, Eddie, he was gone too soon. Like, he may have deteriorated just a bit in 05. Not a lot, but he was still pretty damn good. Like, I think it was a bit slower, but he was still good. He was one of the best at that time. I think it's a shame. Like, we should have gotten to see HBK and Eddie go at it. John Cena and Eddie, like 2007 John Cena versus 2007. Eddie Guerrero, something would be cool. Kind of look like Aiden Ross. I do. What the hell? Miro or Pac? I'm sorry. Miro. Miro is a killer right now. That guy is absolutely... He's built different compared to the other guys. Like, there was this vignette they played of him on Dynamite earlier this week. He looked just so angry. It was like it was about to pop out of my screen. Yeah, I heard he was in constant pain during 2005. That may have played a part. Like, he was trying so damn hard to, like, have a good title run in 04. And obviously it was going to deteriorate because of the fact that, what's it called? It was in pain. HBK versus Eddie would have been 2006 match of the year, hands down. Yeah, that would have been the best match of 2006 for certain. I feel like the biggest WWE what-if in history is what if Eddie never passed. I think he would have won the world title, for sure. He would have won the world title. Like, if Batista got injured like he did in 06, he would have been the champ. Opinions on Umaga. Also, I love your videos, bro. They keep me happy. Thank you for that. Umaga, he was gone too soon. He had his problems and they released him. But there was a lot left in that tank for him. Like, I remember randomly going on WWE.com on one random Saturday. Was it a Saturday? I don't remember. And I just found out he passed away. It was weird. Most underrated storylines nobody talks about. Billy Kidman versus Paul London. That feud. 2004. Sheamus versus Big Show. Yeah, that's another one, man. Eddie versus Taker should have happened as well. I think that would have been cool to see. It's a shame it never went down. Yeah, Eddie would have probably won the Royal Rumble, the Money Bank, and another time reign so much. I think he would have gone down as a 3-time world champion. That's what I think. He's one of the best to ever do it. Umaga versus Cena at Royal Rumble 07 is forever classic. Yes, that is one of the best matches from WWE 2007. One of my favorites. One of my favorite matches of the 2000s in general. Like, that was one. That was a bloodbath. John Cena had to go to the depths of hell, grab the turnbuckle, choke him out. Oh, man. It was a good match. You never watched it, you gotta watch it. Not sure what mine is, but one of my favorite Hell in a Cell matches is Triple H vs. Undertaker Mania 20, just because of how emotional it was and how much was at stake then. That match, wow. That match as well, it was something else. Like there was a possibility of Triple H ending the streak. It wasn't like, oh, Undertaker's going to win it. There was a real possibility there of Triple H ending it because he was credible enough. You know? Like that sweet chin music into the pedigree, that should have ended the match, but it didn't. It didn't, and Undertaker went 20-0. You think Miz deserves another legit title run soon? Honestly, I prefer John Morrison now, but if you were to tell me a few years ago, I would have said The Miz. Eddie, man, love him forever. Yeah, everyone loves Eddie. Everyone loves Eddie. He was GOAT. One of the GOATs. If Eddie was alive and won the heavyweight championship, would Ray ever win the title? I think he would have won it in 2010 like he did. That's what I think. I think Rey Mysterio would have been champion later on because he's marketable, you know? The guy, everybody knew about that guy in school. Like, he's one of the most famous wrestlers in general. Like, if you ask somebody about WWE and they don't even know anything about it, they talk about Rey Mysterio. Only real ones remember Daniel Bryan's obsession with bears. Man, what about Daniel Bryan talking smack? Was that when he was doing it? Was that when he referenced the Bears thing? I don't remember, but Daniel Bryan talking smack was hilarious. Thoughts on Lashley's title run? Now it's getting interesting. Like, now he's the real Bobby Lashley, and it makes sense. Like, he was getting complacent with the girls and whatever, and I was like, you know what? I'm back to being the old Bobby Lashley. It's good. Now it's getting good. Like I said in the other video, they shouldn't have had Drew McIntyre face him 3 times. Well, Kurt Angle 2006 or Bret Hart 1997? Oh, man. This one is very hard. Bret Hart 1997 is one of the greatest characters of all time in WWE history in my eyes. The guy had such a legitimate gripe with the fans, you know, the American fans. And Kurt Angle, on the other hand, he was a wrestling machine. This one's very hard. I think I'm going to go with the Bret Hart. Might be a hot take. He talked about wrestling Bears on Saturday Morning Night Slam and on the JBL Cole. Yeah, that was when he did that Curly Kane thing, right? He was rapping about how Kane... He was rapping and ridiculing Kane. That was funny. That was when the crowd started to, like, say, oh, this guy's good. Better Frog/Eddie or RVD? I prefer RVDs because of the fact that once he flies around, he turns in, and then he sells it as if he got shot or something. I prefer RVDs, but Eddie, one of the best in the Frog Splash area as well. Batista Undertaker feud was fire and smack. Remember that steel cage? Yeah, man, I love that cage match. That cage match is one of their better matches. I wish Kurt stayed longer in WWE as a wrestling machine. It's a shame, but he went to TNA. He was the best wrestler in the world. He was one of the best wrestlers in the world there. And Perk Angle. You guys love Perk Angle. That would have happened if he never went. Yeah, I watched the Euros freaking England, man. They botched big time. I just don't get why other people were telling them racist stuff. Like, that was messed up. It's messed up completely. And this was, and a bunch of people there were saying, and a bunch of people were supporting them. They literally turned down them. There was posts of people exposing them, saying, oh, we love England, we're not racist. And they turned out to be racist. Like, that was messed up. It's your favorite finisher, sub, high flying. I can't give you one straight up. Favorite finisher is RKO, though. RKO Randy Orton just does it out of nowhere. It's awesome. If you're hip to Perk Angle. Bro, I don't know if you guys know. I haven't read him Reddit. I haven't posted there yet. But one of the... Well, in the about post or whatever it's called, I wrote we could chill about 2008 Kurt Angle. Like, Kurt Angle of the mid to late 2000s, there's nothing like him. Like, you guys ever watched that match, that cage match he had with Mr. Anderson? He did that moonsault, and when you look at the camera angle, it's like he was going to break his neck. It was ridiculous. The bean kicked in. Is TNA still a good company? I hear good things about them, but I just don't watch them, you know? I hope they do well, because we need the wrestling companies to do well, because it means more opportunities for other wrestlers. Like TNA, like TNA, I think they deserve to be notable again. When do you think Cena should have turned heel? 2012. That's when he feuded with The Rock. That was the one where he should have turned. Who's the greatest one-time WWE champion? I think Eddie Guerrero. Maybe. I'm not sure. I got to think of the other ones off the top of my head. Probably Eddie Guerrero, yeah. All 2000s Angle. Bro, 2000s Angle is the best. He's one of the greatest of all time. In nearly every facet. He was hilarious. He was entertaining. Inside and outside the ring. I love that guy. Shut your mouth or Here Comes the Pain. Here Comes the Pain. Here Comes the Pain is where it's at for me. I just like that game more to the vibe, you know, it gives off that 2003 vibe. Add to that, the graphics are kind of better. The soundtrack, Hollywood Rock, Goldberg, yeah, Here Comes the Pain for me. You prefer Chris Benoit's reign or Eddie's? I'm going to go with Eddie's. I'll go with Eddie's because of the JBL thing. It was so damn intense. Yeah, the Kurt Angle feud. Again, that's something. You deserve more subscribers. Thank you. Look, I appreciate that. I'm trying to get there. Hopefully we get there eventually. MJF or Max Caster? A lot of people, weren't they calling Max Caster like a budget John Cena or something? But I love the guy. I prefer MJF, though. MJF. Who's your favorite manager? Mine is Heyman. It might have to go with Paul Heyman. Who else? I know I'm missing another manager as well. Like an all-timer. There's Bobby the Brain Heenan, of course. I can't give you one straight up. Like, I'm trying to think of them off the top of my head. I couldn't get anything. Yeah, Paul Heyman's one of the greatest. Thoughts on Roman Reigns, heel move, bullying Dominic on the outside. Bro, I don't get what the hell is up with Roman Reigns and Dominic. Like, he just sees him breathing and he wants to kill him. The hell? Which wrestling shirt do you think is the most iconic? Austin 316 and NWO. Those are the two. I love the Eddie one, you know, the Scarface one. I just bought it recently because it's one of my favorites. The regular DX, you know, from 1998, that's another one. But yeah, Austin 316 and NWO, those are the two greatest ones. Here Comes the Pain had some gems like Hollywood Rock and Blue Jeans Ace 3K. Yeah, that's another thing I love about that game is the fact they had more tires for the wrestlers there. What up, man? Just want to say, love your concept. Keep up the grind. I will. Thank you. I appreciate it once more. WP's favorite wrestler, most definitely Eddie. It's not. It's actually HBK. Eddie's one of the greats, though. It's one of my favorites because the man, he was special. I prefer him over Benoit, obviously. I prefer him over a bunch of wrestlers. And just his collection of matches, again. Like, if you had to choose a collection of matches to watch, you'd probably choose Eddie's. Stone Cold with the badass mic skills. Undertaker had the character. Shawn was the high flyer. And Rock also had the badass mic skills. Yeah. Question: were your top flyers of all? What the hell? Top high flyers of all time. Rey Mysterio is the GOAT for me. That man deserves more respect in my eyes. Like, sure, he's gotten old or whatever, but he's still fun to watch. And he's a game changer. He changed wrestling. And what's it called? And like I said, I think he needs to be appreciated more. He's top 20 in my eyes all time. I used to think, oh, how the hell is Rey Mysterio all time as a kid? Well, now I understand why. Thanks for the videos. They get me really thinking and pass the time for me at work. Glad you enjoy the content. I've been thinking Triple H's reign of terror wasn't that bad because eventually contributed for Orton and definitely Batista becoming big-time stars. Well, in that case, yes. But the reign of terror, Triple H would come out, I'm the game. Even when he'd lose a feud, he'd end up winning it by the end. Like Goldberg, when he beat him for the title, Triple H regained it 3 months later. I just think they should have cooled him down a bit and people would have appreciated him more. Like if he lost at SummerSlam 03 and returned around the winter, I think people would have appreciated the Reign of Terror much more. In my opinion, Eddie might be the best total package wrestler of all time. Like I said earlier, the best total package wrestlers, it's not Lex Luger. Sorry about that, Lex. HBK, Randy Savage, Chris Jericho. Eddie might have a shout-out as well. All around, you know, mic skills, heel or face, all of that. Thoughts on Evan Bourne? He used to be one of my favorites. He's doing decent in AEW now, but I really used to love him as a kid. You know, he'd go and hit those shooting star. And that RKO attempt, that RKO one of the best. Yeah, Evan Bourne, we thought it was going to become something else. Real Reign of Terror came from Slapnuts. Oh, Jeff Jarrett. A lot of people hate Jarrett, but I think we got to give credit where credit's due, you know. He contributed to bringing TNA. He brought in TNA, which led to AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, all those guys coming in. And obviously he won the title there. He won the title there a lot of times, but at the end of the day, you know, he put TNA on the map, you know. Any plans of ROH content? Yes. I want to do some classic stuff on Bryan Danielson's run. I loved his matches there. His match with Homicide is one of my favorites. The Kenta match as well. That Kenta match they had in September was absolutely legendary. Bro, to be honest, Jeff Jarrett in WCW 2001 was underrated, hey? The one best Rock insult, Sacramento. I used to have this Raw DVD, you know, 15th anniversary, and that was my favorite segment by a mile, because The Rock would come in, he absolutely brutalized that crowd verbally and made them look like a joke. But I'll be sure to come back when the Lakers beat the Kings, and man, that was hilarious. Thoughts on Batista Cena feud? Which one? 08 or 10? 10, let's say, I liked it, I enjoyed it, but I think Batista should have won that title from Cena once before leaving. I don't think they would have done that because, you know, hot potato. But yeah, I think Batista should have won at least one of their matches. Which Eddie shirts you got? I only got one, you know. It's the first wrestling shirt I bought in over 15 years. I just had this John Cena World Life shirt as a kid. You know, red brick wall behind him. But I got the Scarface Eddie one, you know, with the title. I was going to buy one off Shop Zone. But I didn't like the one they had because it wasn't the original one. So I bought it off eBay. What are they about to do with Finn Balor, you think? I think they're going to have him destroy Sami Zayn. Then go after Roman in the fall. That's what I think. But I prefer if they have him go to Raw. They draft him. They send him back to Raw and feud with Lashley. I think there's a better chance of him winning the belt there. I think Vince Russo was a good writer during his time in WWE. He had some good ideas, you know. Everybody got to do something, you know, from Val Venus, from Gangrel to Stone Cold. But a lot of his ideas just were unnecessary. And then when he went to WCW, that's a whole other story. How good was Raw 2006-07 video? You guys want that? It's going to be how good Raw 05-07 because I do them from draft to draft. Batista heel run is hell underrated in my opinion. Kisses and babies, hugging faggers. Yeah, man, I already made a video on that. It was one of my favorite videos on the entire channel. Batista was just that damn entertaining. What Money in the Bank pay-per-view is the best? This one's easy. 2011. 2011 is the best one for a multitude of reasons. You prefer Ruthless Aggression, Brock Lesnar, or PG era Lesnar? In ring, I prefer Ruthless Aggression Lesnar, 03. But PG era Lesnar feels much bigger in my eyes. I feel like he's the final boss of the WWE. Was on the Best of Raw DVD, The Rock concert? Yes, it was on the 15th anniversary. You like Drew? Yeah, I like Drew McIntyre. He always has some great matches. I really loved how they pushed him in 2020, but he should just lay off the main event for a few months now. Rock can kill anyone's career with one promo as Billy Gunn. Why did they have Billy Gunn go in there and feud with The Rock? I'll never know. Like, that's just stating, do you want to die or do you want to die? He went in, they killed him, and he was never the same. From 2002 to 2004, the WWE had the most stacked roster ever. Yes. Scott Steiner, John Cena, Triple H, Stone Cold, The Rock, Kevin Nash. We could go on and on and on and on about that roster. I even mentioned that in that 2002 video. It was so damn good. Would you consider doing an Eric Bischoff run as GM video? Yeah, I want to do that one as well. We're going to go from 02 to 05. It's going to be much longer than the Teddy Long video by the looks of it because we got to talk about the Austin feud and then eventually the John Cena feud and all that. I remember somebody asked, who's your favorite female wrestler? That would be Trish Stratus. What's your favorite WWE stage design? I liked a bunch of them. I liked WrestleMania 20, how it was minimalistic in a way. I liked the WrestleMania 17 one as well. WrestleMania 24, that was a good one as well. From the regular pay-per-views, the classic ones in the Ruthless Aggression era, those were good. I think it's a shame they don't do a bunch of those. I think it's a shame that they don't do different max. What the hell am I saying? I think it's a shame they don't do they do different stage designs nowadays. I think the brand split should end, especially with all the recent releases. I don't think that's such a good idea because, again, a lot of guys aren't going to have TV time. Like this Baron Corbin storyline, I don't think it'd happen if there was no brand split. I don't know. I feel like there should have been a Batista-Orton feud. I remember there was one in 2008, but it didn't lead too much. And the one in 2009 when Batista won the belt and got injured. Can you do a video on Bret Hart and Owen Hart's feud so we could focus on Owen's greatness? Bro, Owen Hart, one of the best wrestlers of the 90s. I do find interest in making that, but I think it's going to be a Bret Hart title reign video. Although I might have to, I'm not sure, but in one way, shape, or form, that feud will be covered. Opinion on Team Hell No, it helped Daniel Bryan ascend to the top. Without that feud, I doubt without that tag team, I don't think he would have made it to the main event of WrestleMania. You hope SmackDown Fifth Stage comes back. We've all hoped for it for years. It's never coming back. I don't think it ever will. You know, it's a chore just to grab that thing and toss it in a truck and travel several hundred miles with it. I don't think they're going to do it. Have you been to WrestleMania before? Nope. I've never been there, although I don't even remember how this went. I remember going to, like, Fan Access WrestleMania 23. I legit remember seeing three guys. It was Chavo Guerrero, the Gregory Helms, and Super Crazy. Those are the three guys. But yeah, I haven't been to WrestleMania. WrestleMania 10 was a good pay-per-view, low-key. Yeah, that one was the best WrestleMania at the time, I think. Freaking Rhett versus Owen, Shawn versus Razor. The main event, even though it wasn't the best match, it still led to Bret Hart winning the gold. So there's that. Is this the worst WWE product of all time? It's unwatchable right now. Bro, I don't like Raw. I don't like Raw. I'm not going to say outright it's the worst. Maybe it is. Only time will tell. We got to look at it in the future. Maybe it is the worst. I don't know. But I'm not interested in Raw. When do you think they taken the title off Reigns and Lashley? This is the hardest question. Like, Lashley, I don't even know who the hell they're going to have him beat. who they're going to have him lose the title to. I assume they're going to have Roman lose it at WrestleMania 38. That's what I think. I think Big E's got to be the guy to do it, either him or Finn. And on Raw, Matt Riddle, I don't know. It's hard to say. Like Bobby Lashley, I can't really see him dropping the title anytime soon. Love your videos, bro. Thank you. Stronger than a bear, faster than a bug, the biggest thing to hit Canada because the Maple Leafs suck. They deserved it, honestly. Like they were booing. What the hell? Like they were booing him last. They were booing him at WrestleMania 18. What? They were expecting him to accept the crowd reception. You're gonna be like, oh, we love you now. What about Rock? Didn't forget about WrestleMania 18. Worst WrestleMania is which one? This one, WrestleMania 9 or WrestleMania 27. I'm forgetting another WrestleMania for certain. WrestleMania 11. Yeah, that's the one. The one where HBK botched that powerbomb for no particular reason. I do not get why he did that. I think he was trying to show, oh, I can do whatever I want. I don't know, but it was still a good match. Then there was Lawrence Taylor, which I think was it was much better than it had any right to be. We got to talk about that. We got to talk about that in the near future. I mean, they could get Lesnar to come back soon and take the title off of him right away. Yeah, the problem with that, I always hear how they're not their negotiations are going well recently. Like, they want to have Lesnar come back, but he's not willing to do a bunch of matches, I think. Only time will tell. I mean, he could be the guy to take it off. He's the right guy. WrestleMania 9 is the worst. Bro, WrestleMania 9, I just don't like that event. Like, Undertaker was Giant Gonzalez. The main event, like, Bret Hart lost the title, and then he played second fiddle to Hulk Hogan. He looked like he looked like such a baby out there. Like, go after him, you. And then Hogan won it, the fans cheered. And then he ended up leaving without putting over Bret, which I think was messed up. Like, he should have passed the torch. That would have been cool. Fiend versus Lashley would be fire. Damn, I didn't even think about that one, honestly. I don't know if it'll be a good match, but like Lashley be angry, try to kill him. I think that'd be cool. You think AEW is here to stay or have competition with WWE? Honestly, I don't feel AEW like they're not here to have competition with WWE. For one, they don't get as much views as they do. You know, they don't get as much as they do in the ratings. And I don't see them growing that much. Like, they're here to stay, though, but they're not going to... I don't think they're going to be the show that garners 2 million views or whatever. I don't know. I feel like they're not trying to grow as a company. That's what I feel, though. That's what I feel. Like, I feel like they're catering to the hardcore fans and less so than the casual and other fans. You think TV14 WWE will ever come back? I don't think so. Like, they're already making cash. They're making big bucks. Why the hell would they return it? Like, I wish they'd return it for a couple of reasons. But already we're seeing some blood occasionally. I think Cesaro bled last week. We're seeing more blood recently. AEW is a healthy alternative. Yeah, AEW is the alternative. I don't think they're competition. If you don't like WWE, you might like AEW. I like both personally. Like, there's always some stuff I enjoy from both companies. So yeah. Who do you think is the most selfish superstar ever in terms of not being willing to go to over talent? Like maybe Hogan, Triple H. Hogan, man. Hogan's the one. Although he technically, like, he's kind of right. You know, he makes the most money, whatever. But he really should have put over some talent. Is The Rock's 2013 title run good or bad? I can't say it's bad. It led to that John Cena match, which is not my favorite. It's not my favorite at all. You know, I wasn't feeling it. I think they should have done it at SummerSlam. They want to make cash, you know. Want to make the big bucks. Who do you think should be drafted to SmackDown/Raw? I wish to see Randy Orton on SmackDown again. I really enjoyed seeing him back a few years ago. Finn should go to Raw. Roman should stay where he is. He should stay put. And Big E, if they're not going to do anything with him on SmackDown, have him move to Raw where he could feud with Bobby Lashley. What underrated talent do you think could have carried Raw 2005? Christian? I don't. I mean, that's the first guy I thought of, Raw 2005. Maybe he could have been. Your videos rock, bro. Thank you once again. Shawn Michaels was so upset that he oversold everything in that match. Yeah, that was unprofessional again from HBK, but it's hilarious. He made Hulk Hogan seem like a cartoon character. And if you think about it, like when you look at the match from like a cartoon perspective or a superhero movie or whatever, it makes Hulk Hogan look strong. I love that match though, despite the overselling. I feel like it made Hogan look, like I said, super. I don't see Orton bringing back the IC title. I don't. That title ain't never coming back. I feel like WWE doesn't like bringing back their old designs. Like a lot of people say, oh, Edge should bring back the world title. But I think if he was to bring the world title, it would basically say, hey, the Universal Championship is disappointing. It was bad. That's what I say. LA Knight, man, that guy's entertaining. Hulk Hogan's record of refusing to put over talent. I think What Culture did that, huh? In your opinion, who's the most underrated wrestler of all time? I think it's Christian. He had it all. Underrated. It's hard. Like, I can't really give you an outright underrated wrestler. Jerry Lynn would be one. That's random. Christian is underrated, but in recent years, I feel like people are starting to appreciate him more. I think underrated by WWE, I'd probably go with Booker T. That guy, when I was making that 2002 video, he was the most entertaining bastard I was watching. Like, while making that video, he's the most entertaining guy. Shawn Michaels was a computer's the best feud if you know, you know. Damn right. That's awesome. What's your favorite video? My favorite video of mine is that John Cena year-long video. I feel like I worked very hard on it, and I was rewarded well. It's the most viewed video on my channel at the moment. I was very proud of the work I did with that video. I went through all the feuds. It was good. Thoughts on Smackdown if you watched it? Like I said earlier, I enjoyed it. Finn return. The what's it called? Finn return. Roman. I enjoyed a bunch of stuff. He always skips my questions. What questions do you have? Booker T was never used right by WWE. Yeah, Booker T should have been bigger than he was. I still believe that Booker T should have been one of the biggest stars in the company. That's what I feel. I think Vince should win the Universal Championship from Roman because he beat God at Backlash. Oh, man. Bro, what timeline are we living in, like, for that to happen? Do you believe it's better to make a star in a tag team rather than alone? Tag team. Edge and Christian, that's where they started. Edge rose up the ranks. I was wondering what ethnicity you are. You look Indian American. No, I'm not. I am Moroccan. Do you think Triple H should have let Sting go over at WrestleMania? Yes, that's the one. That's the one. Sting should have won it then and there. Never forget Do-Rag Vince. Bro, Do-Rag Vince, like I said earlier, he was built different. It's fair finishing move, RKO. RKO is where it's at. Like Sting, I still feel it's messed up that he didn't win. Like, he took the L to Triple H for no reason. Oh, we're building to WrestleMania 32. Well, nothing happened. And technically, it does make sense that Triple H should have won. But, I still think it was Sting's match. He should have won that one for certain. You think that Cody's underrated. The problem with Cody Rhodes, I think, is the fact that, like, a lot of people want him to turn heel. And a lot of people give him a lot of people give him some unnecessary hate, I dislike a lot of his feuds. His recent feud. I just didn't like that at all. QT Marshall. I do not care about QT Marshall. I'm not interested in him. And if I'm being honest, I'd rather see Cody. I'd rather see him turn heel and violate that rule of never challenging for the title. I wish that would happen. And I think it'd be real interesting then. Like, if he was a heel, everybody would love that guy. Every year of this decade, 2016, I agree with that. That year was the year of change. I remember when I was watching, I was like, oh, we're watching something special. Finn came in, won the title. Dean Ambrose was the kingpin on SmackDown. Oh, man. I look back very fondly on that year. What do you think AEW can do to surpass WWE in the future? I think they shouldn't try to surpass them. They should do what they do, you know? They shouldn't be like TNA and become WWE Light. If they do that, I don't think that's the right idea. They should just do what they do and act like WWE doesn't exist in a way. Like their own style of wrestling, they should just continue doing that. Do you think the Ruthless Aggression era was underrated? It is my favorite. It's not underrated anymore. It used to be underrated a few years ago, and now everybody likes it. Yeah, 2016 was fine year of the decade. Yeah, man. That year was so damn good. Sources tell me Reigns is willing to put over Drew Gulak for the Universal title. When that happens, I'll probably be at 1 million subscribers. Durag Vince just come back and beat Lashley for the title and get his revenge from 2007. Yeah, Durag Vince is 99 overall. The only reason why he lost the title, if I remember correctly, was because he wasn't wearing the Durag at One Night Stand, right? I think Chavo Guerrero and Jamie Noble were underrated. Jamie Noble for sure, you know. Jamie Noble, he was doing well in Ring of Honor. And Chavo, on the other hand, what's it called? Chavo, on the other hand, was decent. It was a good hand. Thoughts on year-long title reigns? Some of them are good, some of them are bad. Like Brock Lesnar, I wasn't feeling his because what's it called? I wasn't feeling the Brock Lesnar one because of the fact that he defended the title only like 3 or 4 times. This might be a hot take, but I wish JBL returned to commentary. JBL the bully. Bro, whenever I watch Smackdown of 2007, that guy was hilarious. He'd be cursing out the talent in the ring or something, and he was so entertaining. He'd be like, when the lights are on bright, it's on like a hot pot of neck bun. Was it him or Booker T? I don't remember. But either way, he was entertaining. I'm the only one that thinks AEW is overrated. And some people tend to overrate stuff, you know. I'm entertained by stuff on there, some stuff I dislike. It's like, what's it called? I don't see it as like it's changing wrestling or whatever, but I like it. Top 3 tag teams ever in your opinion? Hart Foundation, Edge and Christian, and the Hardys. Those are probably my favorite, not top 3. We just start watching WWE, and who are your top 5 favorites? Like I said, I always remember watching WWE. That's something. But my top 5 favorites, like I said, HBK, Austin, Rock, Bret Hart, and probably John Cena, or maybe The Undertaker. Batista's down. Batista, oh my God. Even though his commentary wasn't the best, he was funny. He was funny. He was entertaining. Batista's down. And JBL would suck up to him and be like, oh, shut up, Cole. You're talking to a king over here. Bro, is Vincent his do-rags the new meme over here now? Huh? Batista's down. I miss JBL. I always thought he was great on commentary. I like the early JBL, 06 to 07. That's the JBL I like because he was really entertaining. He's complaining about random stuff. He'd go into the ring and have some good promos as well. That was good. Morrow. Yeah, Morrow, he was kind of fun, and on the main roster, I enjoyed him. But then he went to NXT, and at some points, I feel like he was like randomly dropping some quotes just to drop him for the sake of him. But yeah, he was a good commentator for WWE. Hot take, but Ricochet has 0 charisma. I don't think that's a hot take. I hear a lot of people say it. I hear a lot of people saying I think he should like turn heel. I think he'll show more personality. and more charisma. Durag Vince versus Drip Seth. Bro, Durag Vince. Durag Vince is where it's at, you know? Opinions on the unfortunate fate of the Muhammad Hassan character. Oh. That character should have been world heavyweight champion. He should have been, and it's messed up that the network and that whole bombing incident halted it. Like, they shouldn't have went that far with the whole story. You know? That's what I think. Keith Lee needs to pounce Dolph Ziggler. Bro, you just reminded me of that Goldberg match with Ziggler at SummerSlam. That match was good. What's your most wanted dream match? Shawn Michaels versus The Rock. Rock 2000, HBK. That's when it should have happened. Favorite JR call. Oh my God. As God is my witness, he is broken in half is one of them. I'm missing another one. What was it? Make yourself famous. I believe it was during the Jeff Hardy ladder match with the Undertaker. That was a good one. Kevin Owens should have dropped the Universal title to Sami Zayn, not Goldberg. He should have dropped the MIs to Chris Jericho because that's where the story was going. I think that would have been a great ending to the run and have Chris Jericho be the world champion. But had that happened, I don't think Jericho would have been with AEW right now. Best jobber of all time, Simon Dean. That's a random one. That Jezebel. Bro, he used to call Lita that all the time. Hot take, Sami Zayn is world title material. Bro, we need him to... I honestly wish they'd have him ascend to the top. It's something I want to see. I want to see this whole conspiracy lead him to a world championship, but I don't think it's going to happen. At least he's doing good now. My favorite JR line, look at the size of that. I don't know if I missed the others. If you don't do that, we need more lives like this. Is chill. Yeah, I'm going to do more of them. Just wait up until I get a PS2. So we play Shut Your Mouth. The original Smackdown vs. Raw. We can have fun. I'll ask you guys questions. You ask me. It'll be cool. JR's commentary is always awesome. That guy, he's unlike anybody else in WWE at nowadays, and he'd probably make the product a whole lot better if he was there. You know, if it was the old Jim Ross. I love Jim Ross and think people are way too hard on him, and the same people who are will mourn him once he's gone. Yeah, that always happens. I always hear about people cursing somebody out and they die, and they're like, oh, I miss him or whatever. But I think it's messed up that they're cursing him out because he messed up and called AEW WWE Dynamite. It's messed up, you know? Top three storylines ever. I can't give you outright. I'm going to go with John Cena, Edge, Austin, Rock. And the final one, Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker, WrestleMania 26. That feud. Opinions on Sabu in WWE, I think he's underrated. Bro, everybody's underrated in WWE, right? Like Sabu, they just didn't... I don't even remember much of what he was doing in 2006-07. The old Jim Ross commentated on a different product. The product has changed, not him. Yeah, I mean, I can agree with that. You know, Jim Ross, I love watching those old Ruthless Aggression era shows, and he's always a highlight. Like, I mention him in the videos when I make the reviews. He's always a positive. He's never a negative. Is there any promo that gives you chills? There was one. I forgot. I forgot which one it was, but it was so damn good. Like, I'm trying to think about it right now what it was, but I can't give you one. One of my favorite promos was the Bret Hart one in '97 when he told Owen straight up, "I love you," and then he cried. That was one of the best ones. Yeah, it's messed up. He's our wrestling grandfather. The man's wife died. This gives him meaning and purpose, and he's so good at it. So So what? He screwed up. Yeah, man. He's one of the greatest, if not the greatest, wrestling commentator ever. And people are disrespecting him. Like, put some respect on his name, man. WrestlingsPremier, do you think Bray Wyatt will return before SummerSlam? I think he will. I heard rumors that he will, and it makes sense if he would. If Vince wears the do-rag today, if Vince wears the do-rag again today, the internet will go wild. The stuff that Vince was doing in the 2000s would easily get him canceled. Easily, right now. Or some overrated wrestlers in WWE. I feel like WWE tend to overrate Triple H. They make him seem like a top 5 wrestler in history. And he's good. He's actually one of my favorites, but he's not that good, you know? Another cool JR calls from Enigma to Icon. That's just me being the Jeff Hardy mark I am. Bro, who isn't a Jeff Hardy fan, huh? Yo, what up, WrestlingsPremier? Hey, how you doing? Triple H versus Batista in 2005 is one of the best storylines ever. Yes, that's one of my favorites as well. You know, Batista comes in, slowly turns on with Triple H. Thumbs up, thumbs down. That's a good one. I actually really like that Edge and Cena one where Edge lists off everything he hates about Cena. Yeah, I like that one as well. Because Edge was turning into this whole insane character or something. He's like, I hate your clothes. I hate your hair. I hate your shorts. It's a very good promo, and it led to probably their best match at Backlash. Probably, keyword. My favorite's obviously Unforgiven. But it was good. I came back and you in the dark. Best triple threat match you've seen? I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say Vengeance 02, Taker, Rock, Angle. Can you do American Alpha Run, please? Yeah, while I was making that SmackDown live video, I actually considered making something about them. They just ended so abruptly with the whole Kurt Angle storyline, and there was a lot left in the tank. How do you find really good topics for your videos? Well, sometimes I watch random stuff. Something on Twitter or Instagram pops up, and I make a video on it, you know? Did you like the Cena and Rock matches? Yeah, I like the first one. That's the one I like because, well, it felt huge. Isn't it weird Undertaker said he would bury Eddie and Chris Benoit in the SVR game the year before they died? Yeah, that one's bizarre. That one is absolutely weird. Like, it's so... The Eddie one in itself, oh my God. Your family will have nobody to blame but you when the inevitable happens. Why do you speak so fast in your videos? I don't really notice that until you guys mention it. I mean, I'm trying to take you guys' voice and try to slow down. I'm trying to slow down, talk, calm, all that. And you'll expect me to slow down a bit in the videos. I talk fast. I try to get the point across quickly. I don't want to stay on one topic for like 25, 30 minutes, you know? Like one segment or something. Opinion on Legend Killer Randy Orton. Bro, Legend Killer Randy Orton, one of the GOATs, you know? Yeah, I like the Edge and Undertaker feud in 07. Like, I absolutely hated Edge at that time already. And so it led to some very entertaining matches. You know, La Familia was desperately trying to take the title off of The Undertaker or keep it. It was good. You think Punk should have ended the streak? No. I think it should have went to Roman Reigns. That's just me, though. Best Elimination Chamber match in your opinion? 2005. That one. That's the one. That's the one where it's at. You know? That match was absolutely brutal, violent. And the first one might have a claim, you know? First one might be the best one. Depends on what you think. It's not too fast. It's unique to your channel. Every other channel is random British dudes. I mean, the wrestling YouTube scene is full of people from the UK. I noticed that a while ago. There's not many people that are outside of America or the UK on YouTube. Like, there's only a handful of people I can think of that speak in English that are actually notable in the community. How many times can they hit the reset button on Bray Wyatt and still haven't be seen as a threat and be believable? Bro, Bray Wyatt is creative. I think he could always be relevant one way or another. I think if the Fiend character gets thrown in the trash can, I think he could do well regardless. Like, I wish we could see the old Bray Wyatt back because I'm not feeling the Fiend. That's just me. Do you think Orton would have ended Cena's title reign had he not gotten injured in 2007? Yes. That's the one. I think he would have ended it at No Mercy regardless. Growing up, your favorite show, SmackDown, Raw. I was always a Raw wannabe, but it was really SmackDown, you know. Like, I was like, oh, I wish I could watch Raw or whatever. I used to watch Raw, but I never used to finish it. Do you watch Wrestling with Regret? Yes, I do. I like Wrestling with Regret. I like his content, his pay-per-view reviews, his storyline talks, his storyline reviews or whatever. Thoughts on Hannibal? I don't watch him that much. I see some of his interviews, whether it be with Rene Dupree or Don Morocco or whatever. I see some of them occasionally, you know. How much money was lost firing Bo? I honestly don't know. I can't really tell you. Top 3 stables ever. DX, I loved them as a kid. Evolution. And NWO probably. What's the best wrestling channel on YouTube right now besides yours? Bro, I don't consider myself to be the best. I think Wrestling Regret's the best. Yeah, I think he's the best. Honor Club content coming soon. Yes. I got to do something on Bryan Danielson's run. You know, the one where he, what's it called? The one where he held the title for over a year, right? It was from 05, I believe it was September to December of 06 when he lost to Homicide. I'm really interested in doing that one. Any plans on doing more TNA Impact videos? Yeah. Bro, TNA. I want to make something on the Kurt Angle and Sting feud. The AJ Styles' first World Championship run in 03. That's the one I think you guys could expect the AJ Styles run to be the next TNA video. I'm going to do that once I finish the 02 video. I'll focus on something else. That'll probably be the video I make. Where is Damian Priest? I don't know. He's probably partying with Bad Bunny. I just seen him last week, though, right? He was there on Raw. Most underrated wrestler of the Ruthless Aggression era. This one is very... I can't give you one straight up underrated. It's very hard to say. Like, Christian, he should have been bigger than he was. At the time, it's a shame. Favorite match, John Cena vs. Edge, TLC 2006. Who do you legitimately dislike? Who's the best heel in WWE? Not cool ones, but ones you dislike. Honestly, it's hard for me to hate a heel recently. I don't root for Roman. That's one thing to mention. Like in his matches, I always root for the opponents. That's one thing to say. They're going to do Priest. They're going to have Priest take the U.S. title off of Sheamus. I hope so. Like, bro, that would be the best scenario. Either that or have him challenge Bobby Lashley. Like, that guy, he's a star. His voice. Just off his voice alone, you could tell this man, you shouldn't mess with him. One wrestler's personality is close to yours. I can't really give you that again. My personality, I can't tell you which wrestler I relate to the most. I love the underdogs, though, because, you know, what's it called? Like, the underdogs are always my favorite wrestlers. Like Jeff Hardy, Daniel Bryan, those guys. Best face, Rey Mysterio. Best face right now is probably Hangman. But all time, it's very... What's it called? Best face of all time. Best good guy. Probably going to have to say Hulk Hogan because, you know, how he changed wrestling and all that. Put on a light dog. I'm probably going to end the stream right now. That's why. Christian wasn't big into any fault of his own. That was Tony. Type of a megastar. Everyone's about to lose except one or two people. I get that he's trying, though. But it wasn't a great intro. Yeah, I'm not feeling Christian in AEW. That's one thing to mention. I just don't. I'm just not that interested in him right now because, well, like the stories he's in, I'm not feeling them. Like I really wanted to see him challenge Omega for the belt. We're probably gonna get there eventually, but for the moment now, like I said, I'm just not interested in Christian in AEW. You know, outwork everyone. I think it's a shame, you know, the way they hyped him up all time or whatever, and he's not really doing much of note. I I do think if he turns on Jungle Boy and begins the heel run, it'll be cool. That's one thing to mention. Batista says the heel was a gold. Wish he would have held the gold longer than he did. Yes, that's another one. He should have held the belt much longer than he did. But hey, it's better that it actually went down rather than not. Because a lot of people were hating on Batista then, and it solidified his legacy in a way. It's your favorite / best wrestler turned actor. Rock is probably the best wrestler turned actor because of the fact that he managed to become one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. Batista, I don't get why Batista's always angry when people tell him, "Oh, you should have a movie with John Cena on The Rock." He gets angry. "Oh no, I do real movies or whatever." Like, bro, they're just asking you a simple question. But yeah, it's probably The Rock. Tony isn't experienced and he should be. That's not a knock. I just hope he has the most humility to ask people like Arn, etc., more experienced people such as JR. Well, yeah. He's obviously going to gain experience as time goes on. Yeah, Batista does have some good movies, you know. It's just I think it's funny that he gets irritated when John Cena whenever they ask him if he's gonna make a movie with John Cena or something. Big Daddy V. Let's do Viscera first. How about that? Viscera, then we'll go with Big Daddy V. Batista doesn't want to be in John Cena's shadow. Oh, I feel like I read something about that, you know, he's like, "Oh, I was pushed, but then they pushed John Cena hard or whatever." Makes sense. Plus, he was irritated with the product as a whole. He's like, "Oh, it's PG now. I don't like it. I gotta leave," and he did. Favorite Kurt Angle match. This one probably goes to Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle WrestleMania 21. Yes, that one. That's the one. Best part of NXT. I really liked Finn's Prince run previously. That was my favorite thing, but I'm not really focused on it right now. The LA Knight's doing well though. That's one thing. That's one thing to say. You play FIFA? I haven't played it in months. I had the Ultimate Team. I had a decent team. You know, I had Timo Werner. Who else did I have? I had an Erling Haaland card. It was a good team, but I just didn't like it that much because all the other guys had the Team of the Year cards and whatever, and it was irritating. And plus, when you'd be winning by like 2 goals, you'd blow the lead or something. It was annoying. It was kind of scripted. Great Khali worst world champion. That goes to the guy by the name of Vince Russo. Did you see Fast 9? Not yet. I heard it was bad. The family memes are hilarious, though. I think they're funny. You know, Vin Diesel's like, "Oh, what are you talking about? You don't care about family?" Then they play that song, you know. I guess so. You believe CM Punk was the best in 2012, 2013? Yes, he was in my eyes. I think he was one of the best wrestlers in any promotion at the time. You know, when he turned heel, you know, he got that buzz cut and brought in Paul Heyman. I think he was excellent. Family. So you watch soccer / football? Yeah, I watch it. Better in-ring performer, Kurt Angle or Benoit? I enjoy Angle more, but Benoit is as real as it gets, you know. Like, that man, he's a whole other story. And like I said, everything, we all know how it ended, but beforehand, he was lauded, he was praised as an all-time great. Family. What up, WrestlingsPremier? Hey, what up? Yeah, Durag Vince won because of family. Family's where it's at. RVD versus Riddle. I prefer RVD, but if they were to have a match now, Riddle would obviously win. The Great Khali is underrated. I never really used to enjoy his matches. They weren't the best, but there's obviously a reason why he was there. You know, he had a large stature, was taller than everybody, so there's that. Favorite sitcom? Fresh Prince. Fresh Prince, I watched it a couple of years ago. I watched every episode. It was fun. You know, Carlton reminded me of Kurt Angle. He always reminded me of Kurt Angle. He'd come in, well, what are you doing here, sir? And then he'd talk. I don't know, like, is Kurt Angle inspired by him? I think that's the case. Favorite track on You Can't See Me besides the 2 entrance songs? There's Chain Gang as a Click. There's If It All Ended Tomorrow, which is like the last song on the album. Don't F With Us. That's another one. Yeah, probably my favorite one's the Don't F With Us. I like that one. What's the most brutal match you watched? Recently, it's probably Triple H. DX versus the McMahons. You know, Hell in a Cell. That was violent. Also, Triple H versus Batista as well. That was something else. Much respect for all the content you post. It's a good listen at my job. Thank you. I try to post consistently. When I'm not, I feel as if something was off, you know, on the video. That's why I delay it, or it's not ready, something like that. But thank you. You think John Cena's overrated? I don't think it's overrated, you know. His contributions to pro wrestling, you know, he really helped the company. Obviously, it was during the time where they went to PG, and that was what's it called? And PG in itself wasn't a good thing, but he deserves to be a top guy in my eyes. Worst SummerSlam? That's hard. A bunch of the recent SummerSlams were mostly enjoyable. I like 2019. You're my favorite YouTuber, thank you. I can't really think of a bad SummerSlam off the top of my head. Probably... I'm not sure. I can't give you one straight up, but 2010 was a bad one. That's one thing to mention. Like, I didn't like 2010. Thoughts on CM Punk's championship run in 2009? I think it should have lasted a bit longer. Should have lasted a bit longer than it did. Have you heard Macho Man's rap album? I never listened to it before. I might have to do a live video or listen to it. What if Triple H wanted to work Tuesdays, then Eddie Guerrero wouldn't have lasted as long as he did with the title in my eyes. You getting FIFA 22? I have to get it, obviously, because I watch and I play. But for the most part, a lot of the games are money grabs, you know, like 2K. You look, you listen to Juice WRLD, what the hell? I hated Jon Stewart in 15 because he screwed John. Bro, that match was going so damn well. But then they had to do the DQ. Oh, my God. You think WWE will ever beat TV 14 again? No, I don't. Durag Vince could have ended CM Punk's run. Hell yeah, bro. Durag Vince could have beat Hulk Hogan in 1987. Yeah, the PS5, it's still mad annoying to get. I haven't focused on getting one yet because there's not many games. I think if WWE 2K22 was released on it, I'd probably get it. But for the moment, I'm really not like interested in a PS5. The only game I really want to play is a Spider-Man one because I never played it before. Can you do the Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens feud? Funny you should ask. I really wanted to do the Road to NXT Championship video for Sami Zayn. That's something you guys could expect again in the future. Thoughts on 2015 Seth Rollins Championship run? I like it. They had some entertaining matches. It was the biggest chicken. That's one thing to mention. But yeah, I just couldn't root against that guy that year. He was one of my favorites. You like the What-ifs conference promo where Vince got fired and Triple H cried? We were promo from a terrible point in time. Yeah, I thought that promo was going to lead to something. I thought it was going to lead to change, but it didn't. It didn't lead to anything. You hype for the Roman Reigns and Edge match at Money in the Bank? Hell yeah. Your voice don't match your face? Why? Why? Huh? Nia Jax should go to OVW for seasoning if you know, you know. Oh my God. Orange Cena is the toughest in my eyes, kayfabe-wise. Orange Cena and Camouflage John Cena, they're at the top. You can't beat them. Bro, you're the best. God bless. Keep your head up. See ya. Thank you. Thank you. If WWE 2K22 is trash like 2K20, they need to throw the whole franchise away. Bro, 2K20 has to deliver, and it has to deliver in a big way. Because if it doesn't, the series is gone, I think. I think the series, that's it. Like, it's got to be good. It has to be good. I think they're going to have to do GM mode and all that. And also, like, when they can give us some gameplay footage or anything, like, just give us something, right? Purple John Cena, he was a bit weaker, kind of. You know, he's losing to Wade Barrett, but Orange John Cena, unstoppable. 2K22 is going to be good if they add Durag Vince. Oh my God, you're still on that. This is a good question for you. Are the AEW wrestlers overusing the cutter move? Because I feel like they're burying the RKO low key. When I see they use it a lot, but when I watch wrestling, I don't really mind the finishers or whatever. Like when I see the Bucks hitting the super kicks and whatever, I just think it to myself, Shawn Michaels is better from a technical standpoint. Like he knows how to win the match. Like when they hit the RKO, they're not gonna win the match. Or Randy Orton's the only one that knows how to win it. That's how I see it. Wait for Rainbow John Cena. Bro, what the hell's going to happen with Rainbow John Cena? He'll probably win every single match he's in within 10 seconds, probably. At least 2K19 is great. Yeah, 2K19 was fun to play. I really loved playing it in the first weeks. The AJ Styles challenge was fun as well. I still haven't beaten it. That's one thing to say. I haven't even announced the cover star for 2K22. Yeah, that's one thing. That's another thing to say. That's another thing that I don't understand. Like, why? Like, at this point, you guys should be doing more. Like, convince us to buy the game, right? What do you think about Wrestling Bias? The guy has some awesome old wrestling content. Yeah, I like his content as well. I enjoy it because he focuses on the new gen era, mostly. Dark blue and yellow Cena. Dark blue and yellow Cena is the most strong kayfabe. Yeah, 2013 Cena was strong as hell. He was strong. In that Nexus documentary, like, when the hell are they going to release that thing? I've been waiting on it because I used to watch Raw Weekly back then, and I was just so invested in the Nexus storyline. It'll be a good watch. I just think they should release it sooner rather than later. I think they're going to release Kevin Nash tomorrow, you know, the Broken Skull Sessions. AWA Cena might be the strongest. He hit the AA on both Big Show and Edge. Yeah, he might be the strongest. I don't think he's the best. Like that blue John Cena as well, you know, 2009 John Cena. I remember he used to win all the time as well. You make yourself in wrestling games and have an ongoing story would make for a good stream content. WrestlingsPremier versus Chris Denk. I don't make myself. I like playing with the wrestlers themselves. I never make myself though. Durag Vince for president. Durag Vince should be the cover of 2K22. Yeah, Durag Vince should be on the cover of 2K22, 2K23, 2K24, all of them. Love Machine Viscera was the most dominant superstar in history. Nah. Bro, that guy used to lose all the time. Who do you think's the greatest wrestler of all time? This is hard. You could go Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, Randy Savage, Ric Flair, and probably Hulk Hogan. I think those are the 5 guys you could go with. Green, sure, Cena. He kind of used to lose a bit. He lost to John Laurinaitis, but that was after, you know, he cost him the match. Big Show. What's good in the hood? Just holding it down, keep it up. Oh my. I still don't get how he got away with saying that. Like they would, like I hear a lot of people canceling other celebrities for past stuff, yet nothing occurred with Vince. Would you ever do a video on the Flair Steamboat trilogy because it's a good watch? And Jim Cornette said many people should watch that series to see great storytelling. Yeah, that is one of the greatest trilogies ever. I'm really interested in making something on it. I want to cover all 3 matches and talk about why they're good. Like if I remember correctly, Meltzer, and I'm just trying to use an example, Meltzer rated one of their matches 6 stars. Like that's how good it is. And I don't think 6 stars should be necessary, you know? Like the star rating, like 5 stars is enough, right? Vince can't be canceled. Name one match Viscera lost. Bro, he lost to John Cena. I remember he lost to John Cena one night. Then again, John Cena's built different. Vince can't be canceled. Maybe that's the case. You talking about Vince using the N-word? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, they could probably say, "Oh, it's a part of the show" or whatever. Maybe that's what they could say. But like you said, he's never been canceled. Booker T's face when he said it. Yeah. That moment itself, it's shocking. Like, even for the time period, like 2005, Vince was saying that. The hell? Thoughts on Mr. Kennedy? He had a great upside, you know, the mic skills. But he got injured. Might have injured a couple of guys, and shame. Everyone drops to Cena. That don't count. He lost to The Undertaker. He lost to Triple H. Yeah, he lost to Triple H. Lost to a bunch of guys, man. Tell me Viscera never lost. What the hell? Crying Big Show versus Laughing Taker. It was a different time period when he said that. Nobody wasn't really sensitive back then. I don't know if they got any controversy at the time, but like you said, everything was different back then in a way. I mean, nowadays, it would not fly at all. It would not fly at all. It would not fly at all. Vince probably saw when Booker said the word to Hulk Hogan. Oh, yeah, that moment, again, the Botchamania intro, right? Sin Cara could have been bigger than Mysterio if he had known English. I don't know. I think he had to adjust to the WWE style, you know, and he just didn't. I dressed up as Durek Vince in my school and I got beat up. What? What's your favorite WWE themes? If I had to rank them, you know, the Brood song is one of the best. Stone Cold's is probably the most iconic. John Cena, The Time Is Now, is one of the best. There's a bunch of them. We could go on and on. DX. It was wrong 100%, but the world's too sensitive. Now can't take a joke. Bro, that ain't going to happen today. It ain't going to happen at all. Like I said, I think some people got offended at that time because he said it, you know? Sin Cara should have had his own Botchamania channel. Bro, I used to call him Sin Botcheria at the time because he used to botch all the time. Still can't believe there was a ladder match for the custody of a child. Yeah, 2005 was bizarre. Like, wrestling, they always go so damn far. Rhea's entrance was a bop. Oh my god, that song is so underrated. It reminds me of SVR 2009 a lot. It reminds me of that game so damn much. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for the $2. Rivas, I'm sorry, is that how you pronounce it? Thank you. Kane Slow Chemicals. Yeah, that's another one. Kane's, when is the Fiend coming back? I think it's coming back in the next couple of weeks. You the GOAT, bro. You deserve to hit 100K. Work ethic crazy. Thank you. I'm trying to improve on that work ethic, you know? Which social media is worse, Twitter or TikTok? They all have their good and their bad, you know? Like TikTok, there's a bunch of cringe stuff, but then there's some awesome content as well. In Twitter, there's a bunch of crybabies. They complain about everything. They fight for no particular reason. Like, I'm always hearing about some random arguments that go down on Twitter, more so than TikTok. Vince should have worn a... Oh, my God. Bro, I don't know what to say. Viscera won the World Heavyweight title WrestleMania. What WrestleMania are you talking about? WrestleMania. I don't even know what you're talking about at all. 3-6 Mafia killed Mark Henry's theme. Yeah, bro. 3-6 Mafia at the time, they were on top of the world, and Mark Henry had the best theme song at the time, probably. Like 3-6 Mafia, they're doing well at the time, you know. I gotta stay fly, and to have Mark and to perform Mark Henry's song, awesome. Did you ever watch Booker T best commentary moments? And if you not, you gotta watch it. Had me dying laughing. Booker T was so underrated commentary. That was so hilarious. I watched it a few years ago and it was so damn funny. Burn Into My Light or Voices? I think Voices suits him right now. Burn Into My Light suited him as a legend killer, but like I said, I prefer Burn Into My Light as a song though. Thoughts on Kenny Omega's promo style / war? Because I don't like it. It's mainly because I feel Omega shouldn't talk at all because it sounds like a joke champion. I'd never take his promo seriously. You know, I don't think, oh, this guy's scary or whatever. Like you said, he's kind of a joke. But what's it called? But I don't mind it at the moment. Like it took some getting used to, and like I said, I don't really hate it that much like I used to in the past. Drew McIntyre's old thing was a bop also. SVR 2011 vibes with that one. The reply section on Twitter is cancer nowadays. Yes, like a whole, like say something on Twitter, right? Somebody's saying they're talking about AEW. Somebody's randomly coming in, says something about WWE, they fight, and vice versa. Well, yeah, 3-6 Mafia won the Oscar. Bro, like I said, 3-6 Mafia was awesome at that time. You know? I gotta stay fly. Favorite Rey Mysterio theme? His current one, honestly. His old one was cool, but I prefer the newer one. Chris Jericho theme songs still go hard. Bro, a lot of his songs go hard. A lot of his songs are awesome. You know, Break the Walls Down, the original, the newer version. They're all good. The reason GTA 6 hasn't come out is because they're waiting for Durag Vince to give him permission. Bro, is Durag Vince the new Primo or something? Like, what the hell? Do you think bringing all the indie darlings killed WWE? I think the lack of like true stars in general add to that. Like I feel like the matches, the fact that they're focused on in-ring style, you know, it led to like less interest from others. And I get it, you know, you probably want to see the promos and all the segments and storylines. And that's what I feel is a problem for WWE. Like they weren't focusing on the stories as much as they did in previous years. I hope Drew doesn't win that Money in the Bank. He had enough title opportunities. Yeah, man. Like, bro, Roman. What the hell? I'm calling him Roman. Drew McIntyre. He should just lay off for a little. I like him, though. Baron Corbin's got the best current theme. Baron Corbin's song's cool, but he ain't got no theme song at the moment because he's gone broke, right? What'd you think of Eddie Kingston? One of the best promos in the business. Primo the GOAT. Come on, man. Baggy Pants Ray. Rey Mysterio, like I said, a lot of people got to put respect on his name. How many real superstars WWE created in the past 5 years besides Reigns? Real? I wouldn't say outright real. To a lesser extent, there's Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. I can't tell you somebody who's on the level of Roman Reigns. You know? Like, there's Becky Lynch. Sasha Banks might be getting there, you know? For the women's side, they're creating more than in the past, so there's that. Vince wet AF thinking about how Goldberg, John Cena, and Brock coming back. Bro, he lost part-timers for sure because they bring in the viewers, you know? Bro. You should do more live streams and play games. Also announce it to your audience before make a video telling them to join the live stream. Yeah. I'll definitely do that. I'll do that sometime. You should do a video on WCW 1996, 1997. Yeah, that was the best time period for World Championship Wrestling. Like the NWO was running rampant. The Cruiserweight division, DDP was coming in. It was a good-ass year for them. Like 97, their best year at the time. And the chances of you making a Bayley video on her transformation over the past 5 years, because she had some real development for turning heel, just like Hulk Hogan. Yeah, I'll probably do something on Bayley. I'll eventually do something on her. We owe a lot of women's content. I got to make a lot of women's content in the near future, so yeah. Part-timers bringing Reigns. Yeah, they do. Problem is, like, they got to build up new stars, you know? They got to build up new stars that will replace those part-timers. You kill it, man. Keep it up. Definitely, I will. I'm hyped for the future of the channel, so yeah. Bro, I say so, yeah, a little too much. I swear to God, if I see Goldberg versus Bobby at SummerSlam, I'm done. That is going to happen. I think it's going to happen. I think that's what's going to go down. Eva Marie will main event next year's Mania, squashing Roman Reigns. Yeah, there's a 110% chance of that going down. I think it's going to win Money in the Bank? Big E and Alexa Bliss. That's why I say. Damn, 3 hours. What the hell? 3 hours. I've been sitting here for 3 hours. Oh. All right, I'm just going to end it here. I really enjoyed the live stream. I enjoyed the live stream talking to you guys talking to me. I'll definitely do something about... I'll definitely do another live stream in a couple of days if I can. A couple of days. Like, I'm aiming to do more of these, and once I get the PS2, we can play games and whatever. It'll be cool. I'll answer some of these questions though. What's more important, ring work or mic skills? I was to say mic skills, although ring work should like mic work is more important. Obviously, they got to have some sort of ring work. They got to be a little bit good in the ring. But mic skills, I think, are first and foremost. Bobby versus Big E at SummerSlam would be fire. Hell yeah, that would be good. Do you watch Ryback? I don't watch his channel. I always hear about him. My brother randomly mentioned him one day. He's like, oh, Ryback has a channel. Later WrestlingsPremier. Yeah, I'm going to go right now. Yeah, I hope they do something with Finn Balor as well. All right, guys. Take care. I will be back in the 2002 video. Money in the Bank as well. Once I get the 2002 video done, we'll upload it. And I hope you guys enjoy. All right. Peace.